Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to another Stumble podcast. We're on episode 5, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Episode 5. Can you believe we've been doing this for this long?
I mean,
oh my god.
it feels it could be long, but it's probably not long enough, I suppose.
Hours.
So this is why we can
Hours on the internet.
We can keep going, you know.
We gotta keep going. I said we got a good thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Hells yeah, dog.
Man, so that last podcast was sure.
Oh, you were so fucked up.
Yeah, dude, it sure was a doozy one.
You were gone. I had to edit the hell out of that one.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes, I had to equalize everybody at a compressor, a noise gate. I had to mute you at the end because you were just bumping the mic.
Yeah, he had passed out on the table.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
And he was just chilling.
I think it was like 1 hour and 4 minutes when I started like actually feeling and like slurring, because like, I actually like listened to the podcast, start slurring my
Sounded
words,
so
and
good.
it wasn't until 1 hour and 17 minutes in that I started like literally feeling it. That's when I was just like, that's where I said my infamous word of like, oh guys, like I need a minute, y'all take over. You know, it's just fuck. Like at that moment, I started like throughout the whole podcast, I was fading in and out, but like that was when, you know,
But
shit.
hey, it was gold.
That's when
It was gold
that was when the
content.
fatigue was hitting it hard.
That's why it's the Stumble podcast. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, this guy. Well, you can quote on that. Like
You
it's
can
technically
quote me on that.
stumbling, but you edited out all my stumblings of the microphone and
Dude,
shit.
I had to. It was all that noise, that background noise.
Well, yeah. What do you expect? Like we're just like in a
It was hilarious.
quiet
though.
room.
I had forgot to tell you, on keto, alcohol will hit you way harder.
Yeah.
Bro.
You did fail to let me know about that. But
I
then again,
forgot.
I haven't been drinking since then, you know, since I
Yo, you
started.
haven't been
He
drinking?
drank like half a bottle.
You drank like basically half a bottle
Half
of
a
the
bottle.
Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Did I really?
Yeah, it was basically half a bottle.
Holy crap.
I was surprised. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm so
Where'd my whiskey go?
I'm so embarrassed.
This guy. Yeah, we're just here doing another podcast on a
Mhm.
fucking
And
Monday.
then the select choice of
What are we drinking
alcohol
today,
to-
boys? What are we drinking today?
We are drinking 1835
1835
bourbon whiskey,
bourbon whiskey.
and 90 proof. It is a really
90
nice
proof.
whiskey to drink.
It's so good.
It's not only it's not the cheapest around, but like, not only like cheap enough, but also nice enough to drink. We're also drinking some mules, some Moscow mules.
Some Moscow mules. What's
Yes.
it called? Jamaican Jack? What's it?
No, Cayman Jack.
Cayman Jack.
Cayman
There you go.
Jack
Dude,
Moscow mules.
They were so good.
They're
They're all right.
all right. Like,
So good.
Like I've gone to like bars, like they've served like, in my opinion, like way better ones, and mostly
Of
because like
course.
my preference for like meals is like I want that shit shaken up.
Oh, shaking up,
Like,
not
it's like
stirred?
I can't do stirred. Like I went to this one bar this one time, and they fucking like they just like poured it in. They didn't even like stir it or shake it. It was the worst fucking
What?
meal I've ever had in my whole life. The best meal I had was like another bar where like literally this man like shook it
Ooh.
in front of me and like
What was
poured
it
it
at?
out. It was in Galveston. Like I can't
Oof.
remember the name of the
Not
bar.
the spot?
It was like a really good place. Like it's small. Like it's a really small place. It's like a little house party small place.
Oh, really small?
Yeah.
Damn.
But like holy shit, dude, like they have some like good specials and like they're cheap. Like they have some cheap drinks there, but like they're really good drinks too.
Yeah.
So that's when I had like the meal there, like their meal, and it was $6 compared to like $11 at this other place that they like fucking stirred it up, and like I was beyond pissed. And it's like you guys fucking gave me a shitty mule, and you charged me so much compared to like this other place. They shook it up for me, and they charged me
Fuck you.
$6. Like, come on, man.
Go fuck yourself.
I know, like you're probably like you shrug your shoulders, like, hey man, alcohol's alcohol. But no, man, like
Beer's beer.
The thing about the meals is
Stop
like,
going to bars.
Well, some bars-
Make your own
Some-
drinks.
Buy your own alcohol and
well, some
mix
bar,
it at home.
well, some bars can
it's
like
cheaper
do
and
it
you get
pro-
more drinks out of it.
Well, some bars can actually do it like really, really good. And, like,
Bars
you
are
just
good
have
for
to get-
socializing, like, and if you like take friends, but
Oh,
like,
dude, so like,
man.
I'm not super
unless
fucking
you go to
social.
the, unless you go to the like at a bar, like if just by yourself.
Yeah, dude.
That bar's a bad place for you then.
Oh yeah. Okay, so like I'm not super fucking social. Last time when I went to that one place,
Yeah.
I was
pretty much done
supposed.
with this one. Oh, it's just a shot. I'll take the shot real quick.
Yeah, I was.
That shot, boy.
I was supposed to. What you call it? Wingman for a buddy of mine.
Really?
Yeah, and like I just
trying to get him laid.
yeah, because like a dude wanted to get laid.
There's an art to being a wingman.
Well,
It's
yeah,
hard to be in a
but like the
wingman.
thing is, like
Oh,
I realized,
that's twist off.
Oh.
I realized that like I can't do it. It's just like I'm just like man, like I genuinely
I can't do it.
Dude,
You just gotta sit there and be the ugly friend.
dude. It's like it's
That
like what you call it. I genuinely like don't like people,
Oh my god, this guy.
It's like-
Don't get me started.
dude. Because like then when I say that, I mean like people are just so fucking superficial.
And they're assholes. Everybody's
No,
an asshole.
no.
Everybody
'cause-
is an asshole.
Well, they
Yeah.
people can be assholes, but it's because they have ulterior motives
Oh, of
on
course.
certain things. So like
Got their own agenda.
so like the thing about it is just like
What do I mix this with, by the way?
okay, so you're gonna mix it with the vodka. We're also drinking
Bombay, what's it called?
Bombora.
What about this? What about the
Bombora.
bitter?
Bombora.
You can pour some.
You can
bitters
put some
in.
orange bitters in there.
Yeah, you
too.
can put some
Okay.
orange.
They're
bitters.
so good.
Just make sure to stir it with this.
All right.
There you go.
So do I pour all of this in there
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So first, like, try to pour them together at the same time
with the vodka?
Mixing some drinks.
because, like, you don't want the vodka sitting at the bottom. That's what happens when you
Yeah.
don't shake it or stir it.
Oh, what a beauty.
So, like I was saying, it's just like I genuinely like
Don't like people.
I feel disgusted.
You and me
I
both,
feel, I feel
brother.
disgusted being superficial with people.
You
It's
want to
like-
be real.
I want to be real, you know, and the
Real
thing-
ass
And the
motherfucker.
thing about people is like they don't want realism.
They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear you out.
Yeah,
For the most part, that's
Yeah.
why I always get. Oh, this
And-
guy's not listening to me.
yeah, and so like I just can't be.
That's how you know who to talk to.
It's open already?
Exactly. So like
It's
I
open?
can't. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
already
open.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
so
you're
I
good
can't.
there.
I was wasting
I
my
can't
time.
be fake to people. You know?
Exactly. I
It-
gotta be real with the motherfucker.
It bothers
Real
me.
with people
It bothers
all
me
the
to
time.
no end, and so like, whenever when I was like wingmanning for him, so like it's just I couldn't do it,
Exactly. You gotta tell them how it is, dog.
and so like I couldn't do it. Like, and then I told him like at the end of the night, it's just like sorry, dude.
Sorry,
like,
dude.
I couldn't wingman for you. It's just like
It's whatever, dog.
it's like it's
If it
just-
didn't happen, it wasn't meant to be. It was not meant
well,
to be.
you know, like I try to help him, but it doesn't help his cause that like the dude's kind of creepy.
Crazy guy. Oh, he's
No,
he's
not,
creepy.
He's
Oh, I
not.
didn't
He's
know
not
that.
crazy. It's just like he just gives out creepy vibes.
Really? I never met him, so I don't know.
Yeah, you got.
It's whatever.
I'm not gonna mention his name. Just,
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
mention.
just
Do
pour it in.
not
Just pour it in
mention.
there. Just pour it in there. Put some
Mm-mm.
put some lime in there as well. Yeah, and then
I got a straw for you if you want to mix it too.
don't worry. He's got a
Orange?
fork.
So does
You got
lime goes with the orange?
Yeah, citruses can go together well together, dude.
Mhm. Mixing drinks, you guys. Mixing drinks right
That's
now.
what the mixes are for, dude.
God damn, drinking some ginger ale beer.
Are you drinking the
Good
Krabby
shit.
right
Oh
now?
yeah, I'm drinking it so good right now.
Oh, that's right. Because like he freaking meals like have ginger beer. That's right.
Yes. That's why I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I love the spiciness of it all.
And then remember, once you go through halfway, just try this.
That
See,
clamato.
the clamato.
Clamato.
Like
En
seasoning.
español. Nunca hablamos en español.
It's pretty good so far.
En este podcast.
español, güey.
Español.
Sí, güey.
Yeah, he talks more Spanish than me.
Well, my fluency,
Martín.
my fluency is just a little better, but
Just a little bit.
But you do know Spanish.
I
that's
know
the thing.
Spanish.
So what?
Just not all the slang.
What's the
Go ahead,
first
Doug.
thing on the list that we got?
The first thing on the list.
We don't really have a list.
We don't have a list. We have a flow.
We have a
For the
flow.
most part.
flow.
We got the flow. Let me tell you the first, and I'll go get the pizza right now. The first one is sports, the McGregor fight. Did y'all watch it?
I just know the outcome.
Okay, so
well, y'all
I-
talk about it while
I
I go
watched-
get the pizza.
All right, so
All right, already.
I watched the fights.
You talk about it. I'll bounce off you.
Yeah. Okay, so I watched the fights. So the main fight that I really wanted to watch was Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. So let me start off.
What? Who won?
sadly Burns.
Aw, fuck off.
And so hear me
Love
out on
Wonder
this.
Boy.
So you know about Wonder Boy Thompson. I don't have to really. Well, I can explain to the crowd.
I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude. So like Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson is so fucking awesome.
He's cool.
This
He's a
man
cool dude.
comes in like his opening, like as he's walking into the stage, is Wonder Boy by Tenacious D. You know, it's so fucking. I was like, you just hear the fucking guitar, ding, 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 wah, 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 like high up on the mucky muck, sitting so proudly. You know, it's so awesome. Just like that's hearing cool. Jack Black's voice, yeah, Wonder Boy. Yeah, it's just so I'm just going off on here and singing. It's just like I really love that song. It's just so awesome, and it's just not so much of an exaggeration on like how badass that song to describe this man, Wonder Boy Thompson. Like he's a kickboxer / you know, I feel like I seen a lot of
karate
like
guy.
Yeah, I seen a lot of Jeet Kune Do out of him. Like because like I'm assuming he has a lot of influence out of like Bruce Lee's like fighting style, which is Jeet Kune Do, and because like the way he like moves himself, like you see him like he's bouncing, like he's got his rhythm as he's fighting, and like you see a lot of kicks in him. Like it's really cool. Like and his strikes are no joke either. Like as far as like punching,
he's a stand-up striker.
Yeah.
So the thing about stand-up strikers is that generally, if you want to beat a stand-up striker, especially somebody like Israel Adesanya, you work on your Brazilian jiu-jitsu or your ground game, and because stand-up strikers are awful with the ground game, and that's why Khabib is so dominant, because
and that's why Wonder Boy lost, because Burns is a jiu-jitsu master.
Yeah, did he submit him, or
he throughout like the 3 rounds he took him down 3 times or 2 times. Don't quote me on that. But like I did watch it. It's just like I was in the midst of like watching it, but like he did take him down a couple of times, so he won rounds. Yeah, that's the reason why he won. Like it went all the way to the end. It wasn't a knockout, because it wasn't that Burns couldn't get to him. It's just that this was a very difficult fight for Burns, because Burns, being a jiu-jitsu master, he had to wait for his moment, because one critical mistake, one critical attack could cost them the match. It could have knocked them up, because Wonder Boy Thompson's just so fast and precise. And the thing about Burns is that what saved him so much was that motherfucker was fast. Burns? Holy shit, like he was fast. Like I don't know, like within like a second, not even a second, like a complete whole second, this dude's already under him, like ready to like tackle him. Like, and then Wonder Boy Thompson, you could see he did practice a lot to like counter the jiu-jitsu,
takedown defense.
But it just wasn't enough, because his Burns was just so good at the takedown like maneuvering that he was able to land those takedowns. And once he had him on the ground, it was all the matter of like, can Wonder Boy like escape? And he tried escaping a lot, but the thing with Burns is like he's so good on that.
Yeah.
Like the ground level is just like there was like nothing he could do.
That's something that people kind of get mixed up whenever you're watching UFC, because there's these submissions and because there's a ground game. The ground game is more effective whenever it's one-on-one fighting. So whenever you do submissions and grappling, that will generally beat out most stand-up strikers, especially if the stand-up striker doesn't have any sort of defense against it. But the problem with that is that a lot of people who are the audience members, really love watching stand-up, punch each other, kick each other, knock each other out.
They like the showy stuff, but
they like fucking knock this dude out. But whenever they see like dudes just kind of grappling, there's not a lot going on. But the thing is, if you've ever been in a grapple and a dude's like just holding on to you, and or if he's mounted you and you're trying to prevent him from fucking hitting you, there's a lot going on. Yeah, because there's more than you think.
Yeah, because like Burns, I noticed like he wasn't just like trying to hold him just to hold him. He was he was going for those submissions. He was trying to end it, but like the thing about like Wonder Boy, his ground defenses were like on point. Like he was doing the best that he could, but the thing ultimately is just like Burns' ground game was just dominant. Is more dominant, and that's why Wonder Boy just couldn't escape. He escaped like once.
It will usually win.
Yeah, he escaped once, but it doesn't matter because guess what? Like that ground battle that they had, like spent most of the time, and like with that one takedown, gains Burns so much points because
you get tons of points for it.
Yeah, you get tons of points for a takedown because takedowns aren't easy, dude.
No, they're not.
They're not easy.
They're not at all.
Especially with a stand up striker, because like if you try to go for a takedown at any given point and you make a mistake, like it'll cost you a fucking lethal hit. Especially people that are super precise.
It's good to pair it with boxing.
Mm-hmm.
If you have really good boxing technique.
Yeah.
Because boxing is very close ranged. With kicking, kicks are good, but the problem with kicks is if you do a kick and you miss, it leaves you wide the fuck open. Leaves you wide open.
Yeah, dude.
And it expends a lot of energy to do kicks.
Woo!
Especially if you miss.
Yeah, dude.
So if you just miss a kick, it's like it's fucked because they could go for a takedown after you miss a kick.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
but they do tons of damage.
Alrighty, what y'all talking about?
We're talking about the UFC fight from like
the McGregor fight.
Well, right now we're talking about like the co-main event, which is Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
How'd that go?
I was really rooting for Wonderboy.
The cool guy lost.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not to say that Burns isn't the fighter, like a notorious fighter as well, because like he won for a reason, because like his ground game was jiu-jitsu. That's nothing. That's nothing to joke around about, because jiu-jitsu is just
super efficient.
Super efficient. It's like second to none to wrestling. Wrestling is literally
the rolling on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So jiu-jitsu is more of like using your opponent's weight against them. Wrestling is more like you're overpowering your opponent by sheer power and strength.
Jiu-jitsu is more technical.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You wear the gi and everything?
Yeah, they actually do wear gis.
Like judo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like judo.
Yeah, like judo. So judo's also like they do that too, but judo can also go into power as well.
Oh, damn.
As well as karateka, which is karate. Like the Japanese karateka.
Mm-hmm.
Those motherfuckers are like they're like fucking like stones. Like they whenever they strike, they're fucking
but they suck
stones.
At fighting.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking garbage.
Because like once they get like,
they're like, I can break all these pieces of wood, I can break stone, but I can't punch a man in the face.
Because like eventually they get to the point where it's like oh, okay, like I'm gonna go for your weak points, and that's the thing. Like, there's nothing dishonorable about going for the weak points. That's the thing about fighting. But okay, yeah. That's the thing about the fighting. You want to go for the weak points because that's just battle. That's just the fight, and like
the fight itself.
The fight itself, yeah. And so, in that fight, like obviously, Burns knew that like Wonder Boy's gonna have a hard time in like the ground game, because that's where his strength lies. And Wonder Boy's like obviously being a stand-up fighter, and mostly like kicks and all that stuff. Like his ground game's not gonna be the best. But you also notice that during the fight, Wonder Boy had some like I don't want to call it experience. Well, yeah, I guess so had some practice into like trying to counter it. But ultimately, Burns's jiu-jitsu like ground game was just overpowering. Like he wouldn't let Stephen Thompson like get up, and like like he was trying to aim for his like for the submissions, but Stephen Thompson, again, like I said,
nobody wants to get submitted.
Yeah, nobody wants to submit. So he practiced hard, but it was a well thought out fight, and it came to the decision. Burns won. Everybody was booing him. I was like, fuck those guys.
Oh, it was
like,
decision?
fuck him. Yeah, it was a decision. Nobody wants to go to decision, but still, it's just like
when it comes to sports, whenever I'm thinking about fighting, this includes boxing because for a long time I didn't like Mayweather.
Yeah,
really,
because I just thought he was a coward because he would.
I always liked him. He was funny.
He would, yeah, he's funny, and
he's funny.
He would run away a lot, and
it's defensive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like then I heard him talking about like why he boxes like that, and he actually said something that made me like totally 180 on my decision about whether I liked him or not, and it was that he says he's the smartest boxer whenever he tries to fight, but at the same time he says nobody can outsmart him with boxing, but he doesn't study on his opponent.
Really?
He doesn't study the tapes. No, he doesn't on purpose.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking dope. So like any cowardice I thought beforehand, it's like, I'm like, I kind of get it now.
I get
because he
it
doesn't
now.
know what the opponent does. So like with Art of War, by Sun
Art of War, yeah,
by Sun Tzu. One of the things he says is, if I know myself and I know the enemy,
know thyself
and know the enemy, I needn't worry about the outcome of 100 battles because you know the outcome, because you know yourself and you know the enemy. With Mayweather, it's like he knows himself, but he doesn't fucking give a fuck about his enemy. He's just like, and yet he went. 40,
he wins most.
He went he went undefeated. Basically undefeated until his draw with Logan Paul, which I don't think.
It's stupid as fuck.
It sort of counts. It's weird. It's so weird.
Just because he has a boxing license.
They gave Logan Paul a boxing license.
Yeah, I heard.
And
get that podcast going.
Yeah. But also Mayweather is he's broken his fist.
Oh my god.
On punching and whatnot. Because the thing that people don't understand is whenever you strike somebody, you're hurting yourself trying to hurt someone else. Because throwing a punch, there's like a technique you have to use to be able to actually throw a proper punch. And the thing is, like, I took up boxing, and almost every practice, I would like be bleeding from my knuckles from just hitting the bag. Hitting the bag too much, or and yeah, my fucking wrists would hurt like a motherfucker.
Damn.
Because I would be punching as hard as I could, but the thing is, like, my body's made of like flesh and bone that deteriorates and it breaks.
Well, you also
I have to condition myself to be able to understand that.
You also have to think about like so
I was hurting myself with my own punches. Is what I'm trying to say. It's fucked up. So fighting is fucked up.
So Newton's second law of the stuff is just like you whatever force you apply onto something, the same amount of force is going to be applied right back. So like so like say you do 120 psi onto a wall, that's going to be returned right back into your fist. And it's more of a battle of attrition. What's gonna come through first? Your fist.
It equally distributes between both.
Not equally. It's the same amount.
That's
so
what
120 towards the wall.
That's what
120
that's what
back
equally,
right at you.
That's what equally means.
No, so when you say
equally,
the
same amount.
No, so when you say equally,
you don't think the same amount means
so
equal?
when you say equally, no,
listen. Do you
listen? No, you listen to yourself. Listen. When you say equally distribute, that means there's a set amount, and you're equally distributing that same amount onto those. No, it's equal. Equal amount of force.
Yes, that's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said equally distribute.
Oh, you're 10 minutes away?
No.
It's the same concept. I'm saying it's the same concept.
Okay, bye.
Same concept. I mean,
okay, bye.
Because you
we're okay.
120 sent into one wall.
We're technically on the same side. We're talking about the same thing.
No, when you're saying that,
I don't know that. I don't know the math behind it, but I do know that
this is gold.
So what I'm saying,
go on.
What I'm saying is like 120 Apply it onto the wall. When you say equally distribute, that means like that 120 is going to be like 60.
60,
No.
60,
No, that's not how it works.
No?
When you apply 120 onto the wall applies 120 right back at you.
Yeah, that's equal.
But you said equally distributed. That's not how it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's totally fine. The word I wasn't thinking about was distribute, but I was thinking the word equal.
So that's why I'm saying. That's why I was.
But also, I don't think that's how the math works out.
Actually, that is exactly how it works out. That's
how
it is. That's how it is.
Actually.
You know.
Yeah.
Take it from a guy that was taking physics class, like in college. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a fucking jackass here, but it's just it's what it was. This is what they taught me. This is what it was. I didn't really want to think about it or believe it.
Oh my god!
It is what it is.
Oh my god!
Because like it's
okay, but yeah.
But moving on.
So brothers.
So yeah, whenever you punch, if you don't punch with your wrist and your with your fist and your like whole forearm like lined up and prepared for the punch,
you're gonna feel that tension right on your wrist.
Your wrist, you actually bend your wrist.
Yeah.
So if you punch wrong, you fucking hurt your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it only takes actually one fucking fuck up, and that's actually one of the reasons that they wrap their hands.
Yeah, to keep their like ligaments straight,
to keep your wrist straight, but it also to protect your knuckles. Yeah. And the reason that boxers wear gloves is not because it's to protect your opponents. That way you can like, it's because when you would bare knuckle box, you would fuck up your hands.
Yeah, dude.
So the boxing gloves are actually to protect your
own
hand.
Dude.
They're there to protect your own hands.
Go ahead.
Do you even know what we're talking about?
I was listening.
Oh, yeah?
Listening.
He understands the gist of it.
About boxing your fist and everything.
All right.
You gotta wear gloves. All that shit.
Yeah, but so like if you punched a punching bag, you'd hurt your hand.
Yeah. Of course.
Same thing if you punched a person. Because people are made of bones.
Of course.
So if you punch somebody's skull or bone or whatever,
that's gonna hurt.
It would hurt. It would hurt them, but it would hurt you just as much.
Just as much. Damn.
So if you wore gloves, it would hurt them and it would hurt you less because of the cushioning and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
But that's just there's all the safety precautions for gloves, which is why, Deontay Wilder, the controversy between Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I remember
how he's like, oh, but his glove was kind of extended. It's like, no, dude, the gloves are not for, the gloves don't matter in that sense of it. It's like, I don't know. He was just he was being a little bitch.
Yeah, dude, he was being a little bitch.
He was being a little bitch.
Those gloves,
because he fucking lost.
Yeah.
He's like,
so those gloves were more for his protection than to actually make a difference into the fight.
Yeah. The only cases of like people hiding shit in their gloves.
Yeah.
It's tough to do to like cheat by putting shit in your gloves because it's like then you got to carry the gloves the whole fucking match.
Dude, there was this...
And there was one thing. There was a dude who wore plastic, you know what plaster is?
Mm-hmm.
So he plastered his hand wraps.
Yeah.
So whenever he would punch, it was like wearing like a cast.
Yeah.
Like a cast around his hand. Like, you know how if you break your arm, you
it's kind of like rocky, like kind of like solid.
Yeah. So he actually had to like in his gloves, he plastered his hand wraps, and so he would put on the gloves. And whenever he would punch the dude's like, these are punches, but these aren't normal fucking punches. Like, this shit stings.
Dude.
Like, this shit hurts.
Dude, hurts hard.
Like, it hurts like in a way that's like not...
Hurts so good.
It's not normal.
Not so good.
Yeah, not so good.
Not so good.
It hurts not so good.
So there was this one boxer that Ippo, like, fought. Like, in Hajime no Ippo, like, by Georgie Ikawa. What he did, he loosened his boxing gloves to a point where like they were just shifted slightly away, like from his wrist, right? So he did this.
That's what they were saying about the Deontay Wilder, the Wilder thing.
And the reason why is because like he would punch him like regularly, so that way he can like get like the other opponent can like get used to it. But when he loosened it up, it would fuck with his like, his
reach.
Yeah, the reach perception. He's just like, how the fuck is he hurting me? Like, and then he would feel like these punches, they don't fucking hurt. but the damage still happens because like those gloves can still do some damage to the face.
So what they say with gloves, there's a guy called Benny the Jet.
Mm-hmm.
He would say you would turn your hand, and that's called carving. So whenever you throw your punch, at the end of your punch, whenever it connects, you spin your hand. And so once you spin your hand at the end, the glove it carves.
Yeah.
It carves, and what it's supposed to do is it actually tears the skin, so it causes bleeding.
Yeah.
But also
Goddamn.
on the edge of the glove, you use the edge of the glove, like the side, and you hit them in the eyebrow or near the eye, and that would also tear, and that would cause
because there's tendons like right around the eyebrow area.
So that would cause you what you want to do is you just want to rip the skin because then it can bleed into their eye, and then it covers up part of their vision.
Like Saeki the Star.
Dude, there's so many fucking fucked up techniques you can use in boxing that are technically part of the rules because it's like it's part of the rules, bro. But yeah,
this guy
so yeah, like it wouldn't cause damage, but if you loosened your glove and you did the thing where you could still cause somebody to bleed,
and then so much blood
in theory
can lead to doctor stoppages, which in turn leads to their victories,
TKOs.
Yeah. So it's like there's nothing you can do at that point. So you have to take the loss.
Yeah.
But shit. we skewed off onto it, but it's fine. I guess moving on to the McGregor fight. So
hells yeah, brother.
So the McGregor fight. Man, so I was watching it with my brother and our friend, really Gucci. It was a really good fight. The thing about again, it was another.
It only went one round.
Yes, the reason why is because like it was the whole case of like stand-up fighter, which was McGregor. The thing about him is like he's really good into like getting into people's minds. That's what he does.
Not recently.
Well, not recently because like people understand like it's like, oh, so he's just doing this just to sell thing, but like he doesn't really mean it.
Nah, to make that money somehow.
Yeah, no, like he lost his will to fight. Like he doesn't when he fights now, he doesn't like.
Well, because he
doesn't have that like.
Because he reached the top. That's the thing. Like he loses his way. No, listen. There's an actual thing about that. It's like people started.
Yeah, but then you have Rocky. Then you have Rocky Marciano, and then you have Floyd Mayweather, and then you have Benny the Jet. Ooh, Benny the Jet. He's gone pretty much undefeated.
Yeah, but
except for Andrew Jackson.
But the thing about Conor is like
Andrew Jackson. Well, some dude named Jackson.
So the thing about Conor is like you need to understand is like he was fighting like much weaker opponents compared to like the actual fighters. Because like I'm not to dismiss the fighters, it's just that like the thing about Conor is like he knows what he's doing and he's very precise and all that stuff. But like when he's actually set into fight with like actual like fuckers that'll fuck him up, like say Khabib or fucking like
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, because like Poirier, like he fucked him up the second time around. Because like the first time Conor beat him, there was like animosity in him. But the second time around, he's just like kind of kidding around with him, and he lost that fight.
Well, the thing is, because like he stopped fighting. He's not. Whenever he's in the ring now, he's just not fighting.
Well, this time around,
it's a weird thing to describe.
This time around, it was like very like there was a lot of animosity like between the both fighters because like they were ready to like fucking fuck each other up. Like it was a fight, and so like it was a good fight for the meantime. But eventually, Conor got sent into the ground, to like, and then started like becoming a ground fight. And when they got up, eventually, Conor did a misstep. He misstepped, and he broke his ankle before, like a couple of seconds before the round ended. But when the round ended, like people were like, "Why isn't he getting up?" And he's like, fuck, he's pointing to his ankle and just like, oh shit, what happened? You look at the replay. Everybody thought he just got knocked down. But no, he misstepped and he fucking broke his ankle. Like
Broke his own ankle.
He broke his own ankle from a misstep. It wasn't because of Dustin Poirier. He just misstepped, and it was just fuck. Like it happens to the best of like people. It's just an unpredictable thing. It's not something that he was expecting. Nobody was expecting this.
No, no. Dude, like the amount of like wear and tear that being a fighter puts on your body is like if you do basketball, that's one thing. If you do football, that's another. If you do soccer, that's another thing. But fighting is like a full contact sport. It's a full contact sport where the other dude is almost trying to kill you. And it's not a fucking... Like, whenever people watch fights, they want, like, the most bloody and fucked up fight you can ever get. But the thing is, a lot, like, I don't know, there is only so many fights that somebody has in them.
Yeah.
So even the people who are, like, the best at fighting, like, let's take Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest of all time. He had, by the time he was older, he had, Parkinson's. So he would he would just like be shivering all the fucking time.
Yeah, especially.
And I'm pretty sure it was because of fucking boxing.
Yeah, all the brain damage and everything too.
Exactly, because he's getting hit so many times.
What was it called? CTR?
I don't know.
Don't quote me on that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but moving on.
Yeah, so like you get detached retinas, you get concussions, you get broken limbs.
So like
broken wrists. Floyd Mayweather broke his wrist a couple times just from him punching.
Yeah,
like nobody broke his wrist. Like he was fighting. He broke his own wrist because
he's punching. He doesn't usually punch too much. Like
he's not a guy that's known for not knocking people out either. Yeah, he doesn't knock people out.
He's mostly defensive. Like the best.
Yeah. That's the reason.
The best offense is a good defense, And so like, what should you call it? Oh man, moving on to like a little bit on the anime side, like so Takamura from Hajime no Ippo, like he's having a trouble of like this is like Ippo like having suspicion of him having a detached retina on his left eye.
Yeah.
And so like the thing about him is like he's still on his like world title like conquering. So like he's trying to conquer 5 world title belts. Right now he's in the middleweight. In the fight, like this is where the story is at right now. Like he's trying to conquer middleweight, and it's tough. It's tough because like they're playing in luck. But the thing about this fight is that Takamura isn't his like natural weight, so he's at his prime. And the thing about like the opponent is like he's really strong to where at the point is like his luck is tremendously huge because like Takamura before the boxing match got ran over, and the only
what?
A car. But he survives. He got ran over by a car. But
guy's gotten attacked by a bear.
A bear fucking kills the bear. Well, he stuns the bear. He stuns the bear. He defeats the bear and stuns him. What you call it? When he got ran over
by punching it.
The only thing
punches a bear.
The only thing that like fucked him up was his ankle. Like
you actually. By the way,
hey, we got Israel. Hey. We got Israel in the house with his mic ready and everything. All right.
Yes. Hey, sorry I'm late, but I'm not on time.
Hey, hold on.
I'm actually pretty happy that you're here, bro.
Yeah, sorry that I'm late, fellas.
I didn't know that, but
your mic's too high.
Oh, Jesus, I fucking love your Jason Alexander shirt. By the way,
I
barely noticed it just right now, and I was like, "Wow, that's a really good, shirt."
Love Seinfeld.
All right, go ahead and talk into your mic, man.
Yeah, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Am I too close? Am I too far away?
Okay. So like,
too near?
Stay in a place where you wanna be comfortable at.
All right. So right here.
Right here. Okay.
Right
keep talking, man.
This man needs a beer.
Man needs a beer. What kind of beer you want?
I'll take that 1835.
1835.
Just how he likes it. Where's the cup? Here you go.
Because I've been drinking Modelo's already with Eddie.
Freaking Modelo's. Here you go, brother.
Appreciate it, sir. Whoa.
There you go.
Is that cold? I'm gonna need some ice.
Doug, we drinking today, boy.
Fuck, I'm gonna need some ice.
You need some ice? Let me go get you some ice, Doug.
Thank you very much, sir.
I got you, brother.
That.
Continue your conversation.
So we were
Fucking-
just shit. I forgot what we were talking
Look,
about.
I'm sorry that I'm late, but I'm not on time.
You
but,
good, Doug?
You know, I'm happy to be here.
So
Better now than whatever.
So
Yeah.
Izzy's a guy we've been trying to get on this podcast for a while. We're already on
Since
episode
the first
5.
one.
Yeah, since the first one, but like we're
Episode 5's good as any though.
Yeah,
no,
man.
it's
Better
good.
late than never. Come on. Like,
It's
you
a good
guys,
place,
every
yeah.
time you guys invite me, I'm always like, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do anything at all.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
last time Martin invited me to come on the podcast, he's like, "Hey man, we're having it. I think it was like a Thursday or a Friday, I believe.
No, it's usually we
Like
do it
Saturday?
on Mondays or Tuesdays.
Mondays or Tuesdays.
that's
Oh,
when
it
we
was
usually do.
Monday on my break when I had a 4-day weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had a 4-day weekend due to holidays, because we beat the Reds in 1776. Hurrah!
Yeah.
And so I was enjoying that 4-day weekend. He hit me up Thursday. He let me know like days ahead. Hey, Izzy, we're gonna have this podcast on this day. Can you come? I don't know. Day gets closer. I'm like, nah. I don't want to do shit now.
Yeah.
I just really didn't want to do anything. Like, I've come to realize that, as much as I try to be productive, I'm still just really a lazy cunt. Like,
dude.
some days I don't want to do shit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's with the people that I love, I'm like, oh, I like those guys. You want to hang out with
It's
them?
like, man,
nah,
dude.
fuck them.
No, dude, it would be
I
like-
don't care. I don't care.
I just want to. I would just
Be
want
careful with this. Like the microphone.
Here you go,
picks it up.
brother.
Yeah.
Here you go, brother. Got you some
Fuck,
money.
that's
Yeah.
my
Oh, here. Give me some of that ice.
Yeah, please take all that ice, actually.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's like it's fun to
Brother,
love.
we back.
It's fun to love people, but it's not fun to love them so much that you gotta do something.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
You
I
gotta do something.
This guy,
It's kindness. That's the point.
It's like I love y'all, but I don't want to get out of my
Yeah, it's
chair.
like, hey,
I can't. Can I love you from the chair?
It's like, hey, man, you were supposed to give the eulogy at
Oh.
Solomon's funeral. What happened? Like, I didn't want to do shit today. Fuck that guy.
I don't know, man. I'd be, no, you know what I'd be saying from the grave? I'd be like, why aren't you playing Dead by Daylight right now? What's wrong with you, dude?
He's like, why are you guys even fucking here right now?
Everybody go play Smite.
Like,
Smite to do.
I love Smite. Like
I love me some Smite.
Okay, so like this is just an advice.
That should be
to,
enough right
advice to the
That's
viewers.
good.
Hey,
You don't want a beer or nothing?
Advice.
Can I get a
advice
soda off of you to mix with this bourbon?
Yeah.
All right.
So advice to the viewers
Ooh,
right
I left
now.
it in the truck.
You got Cayman Jack.
Mierda.
We love-
There ain't no goddamn soda way.
You want a soda? Oh, okay.
You know what? Let me try this out, though.
I wouldn't.
I don't
not
know if this is
recommend
going to
that.
mix well with the
I-
bourbon.
It's a beer.
We got seltzer.
Seltzer would not mix well with
Nah.
the bourbon, man.
Or
Just drink it straight, Bill.
Just drink it
easy.
straight. How you
I
like
call
it?
you Billy because Billy, you've been hanging out with Billy.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with Billy.
But moving on. Okay, so like I'm just gonna give you advice to the viewers or listeners.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, matey. Cheers.
Cheers. So we love MOBAs. Well, not Jesus. He's kind of like in and out about it, but
Jesus despises MOBAs.
Jesus is more
They're
like,
all right. I
they're
miss
all right.
Paragon.
He
Yeah.
despises
I miss Paragon
him.
for
we
the
all
most part.
we all miss
Everybody
Paragon.
misses
Paragon's
We
like the
all
best
miss
fucking
Paragon.
thing. But the thing about MOBAs is like we don't. Okay, I don't recommend you getting into them.
Yeah,
thing-
you were telling me about this. The
Yes.
other day. Continue.
So I watched the video. I can't name the guy because I want to give him the credit for it because like, he
You can't
actually
remember,
opened
huh?
my eyes into the whole MOBA dilemma. The thing about MOBAs is like they will ruin your experience, like your happiness, your serotonin, if you will, into other video games, like other like genres. And the reason why is because MOBAs are designed to give you so much serotonin, so many times. Because like every time you kill a minion, you hear the sound, bing,
Ping
Bing.
this guy.
because
The
like the
coins that
coins
you
and all
earn,
that stuff
the
you earn
experience
from
you
killing a
get.
minion, like
Mhm.
last hits or whatever. This is
Uh-huh.
including League. This is including Smite. Any MOBA, they do this. Obviously, Smite, they're more forgiving on the last hits. You don't have to get last hits to get the coinage and to get the experience. All you have to do is like, because it's late in League, they're not forgiven. In League, you have to get those last hits to get the coins and to get the experience. And when it comes to Smite, it's not so much, but you still get the bing thing because you're getting the coins. That when you hear the bing, that gives you serotonin in your head, like
serotonin or dopamine.
Dopamine.
My bad.
Dopamine.
What's serotonin? I forgot.
I always get this confused too.
It's the daytime neurochemical. Which is like just your normal day, just kind of walking around stuff.
Yeah, so
dopamine is like the happy chemical.
All right, so dopamine then. Oh shit! Well, guess what? Don't quote me on that.
Hey man, none of us in this room are exactly smart. Solomon's very intelligent, but
I am.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
That's a little different. So like I have a knowledge upon like a broad, like a lot of different things.
You really do. Like what I admire about you is that
a broad understanding.
You gain an interest in a certain subject and you dive into it.
I don't dive into it so much.
Not too much to where you're sucked in and you're just fucking crazy, but enough to where you're knowledgeable about it and you can keep up a conversation with it. Me, on the other hand, I'll read like maybe an article once, and I'll have like the bullet points of the subject, and I can bring that into conversation. And after that, it's just like,
and then people are like, actually, that article's been debunked, and you're like, well, I feel like a dumbass. It's like, oh shit,
go fuck yourself, sir.
And I'm just kind of just there like, you know what?
No, that's happened to me before. I was like, yeah, but this, and then they're like, yeah, no.
But remember, the issues.
So continue, Mario.
Right,
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Moving on. So you get that, and your dopamine is the right terminology for it, but is even more increased. I shouldn't say even more. That's like a stupid thing to say. So it's more increased. I can't say more either. So it's increased.
Well, say something
tremendously.
We gotta fill an hour.
It's increased tremendously when you kill an opponent, like an actual like human controlled opponent, because you get a kill, and when you kill two of them, double kill, triple kill, quadra kill, deicide. Oh, so Smite is deicide. It is the most satisfying fucking thing ever here. That your dopamine levels are all the way up. And the thing about League is
because they're a deity.
They also have like quadra kill, pentakill, aced. It's the most satisfying fucking thing, especially if you're the one that killed all of them. Like if you get the pentakill yourself, like you get all those 5 kills. Oh, dude,
it's an achievement.
Satisfying fucking thing ever.
Yeah, it's the best way I can describe it is like, God damn, my dick's so big right now. It's the best way I can describe it.
One thing about mobile games too,
my
is
cock.
Yeah, it's like I just fucked 5 people at once.
One thing about mobile games too, like me and Martin were talking about this the other day, is like I understand that it's constantly giving you feedback.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh shit, like I killed minions and I leveled up. Oh shit, I killed this god. Oh shit, I took down a tower. Or we killed monsters in a jungle or some shit.
New item.
So it's
fire giant.
A hot item or some bullshit, like Ross says. And like games like that just constantly give you that feedback, and you get excited from it.
The feedback.
And I was telling Martin the other day, like, man, I tried getting into, I forgot what game. I was trying to play a different game. Just any other game.
So the best example is Skyrim. So
we were talking about Skyrim. There you go.
So Skyrim, like, you start off, like, this is your first time going through, right? Like first time playing Skyrim, and you see a skeever. You fucking kill a skeever. Like, yeah, I fucking killed a skeever.
Fuck that thing.
Yeah, but you go through it multiple times. Like, you understand, like, oh, dude, skeevers are like nothing. You kill skeevers, like,
you good.
So your dopamine levels are not high.
Dude, I can remember a point where it's like, I kill a dragon, and then I go, cool, another dragon. And then I look at my inventory, it says 30 dragon souls collected that I haven't used. Yeah, and I'm like, fuck it, all right.
Dude, it's so, like, disheartening. Well, like, I feel more pleasure killing a a dragon priest than I do killing a dragon at this.
Why actually? Because dragon priests are fucking like super fucking strong.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking insane.
They're like boss fight level.
Holy shit, dude! It's not fun. Like so like my get go out of it is like I don't go at them like head first because like I love the route of like the sneak mage because like what I like to do is like I like to conjure the spirit bow and like I like to like level up my archery to a point where it's like like who's there? It's like oh shit, crouch. Hide in the shadows.
Is that possible to do that with the
yes?
Dragon
I've done it before.
If you have your stealthed up to a certain level, you could snipe anyone with a bow.
Yeah,
and they would not fucking notice
They'll
you.
Never
if you have
see
a
you.
high level stealth.
And so like
it's phenomenal.
So,
it's ridiculously great.
So for most people, their favorite thing about Skyrim is not playing Skyrim.
Brother. Thank you.
And so
it's fucking lame. Because my thing is like I can't have fun. Well, okay. If it's a stealth game, so let's take like
Splinter Cell
especially, or Metal Gear Solid. So like if I get caught in Splinter Cell, I restart the whole fucking mission. I can't fucking.
You have to.
I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah.
I can't stand getting caught in a mission. So I have to like perfect the mission. I've gotten like so good at Splinter Cell that like on Splinter Cell Blacklist you can do co-op missions. So I would have a friend who's never played Splinter Cell in their fucking life, but like I would have them be my teammate in the co-op mission, and then I would tell them precisely what to do so that we can get like a perfect score, like not being seen, not killing anybody, and getting whatever objective we had to get, and then it being extracted from it.
Send it.
But like because it's a stealth game specifically, like it's like well then there's no getting caught at all.
Yeah, dude, that's how it was when I was playing Splinter Cell.
But with Skyrim, I'm like, nah, dude, just fucking let's fight. What's up? And I got fire spells. I got shouts. I got.
That's how I was whenever I was going
all this cool shit.
That's how I was when I was going the route of like the warrior. Like my first time ever like playing it, I hated it because like it was so hard to like fight things, especially fighting a giant. It bothered me to no point. It's like I want to kill this fucking giant.
I mean, a giant like at lower
You're not
level
supposed to.
Fuck you up. You're not supposed to fuck a giant.
They have the thing where they hit you and then you go 1,000 feet into the air.
Like you go so high up in the game skybox that you just fucking you never land.
You don't. You're in the air by the time the game reloads.
Yeah. And so what that really bothered me. So like when I found out, like whenever the first time I ever did the route of the mage, I realized that like there was an option, or like so when you do like destruction magic, there's the dual casting where like you actually stun
the most fun.
Your opponent. It's like the most satisfying thing, but the most broken thing ever because like
if you get it, because
you can fuck up dragons easily
if you do practice it enough. Because
you have to land it at the right moment.
You have to get there.
Yeah, and you have to have enough magic. So like I would never like level up my health. My health would stay at the base, like at 100. My stamina, 100. I don't give a shit. My magic, I just needed to be high enough to where like I can just keep stun locking the dragon from attacking me. Like when it's at the moment it's ready to attack me, stun. It's like oh shit. It's like I have to restart my attack. Stun. Like oh shit. I'm gonna go for you. Stun. He can't do anything to me. So really, it's just like, dude. I'm controlling the flow of battle. You can't do anything to me. I'm not taking damage. I'm gonna win this fight. So that's. Oh, sorry. This is where I'm like, damn. The route of the mage is like the easiest one of them all.
Not early game.
Well, not early game. Obviously, it's hard because like, you need to get
destruction. It's the toughest at early game.
You have to get your destruction like way up there.
Yeah, for real.
Again.
And you have to have a lot of magic, like mana. You have to have a lot of mana because, like, eventually,
see exactly. It sucks
eventually
when you
your mana cannot regenerate fast enough as much as you're casting. But when you find the right items and like clothes and all that stuff,
that's why you're supposed to
increase your mana per tick.
You are supposed to have a backup weapon.
Yeah,
just in case you run out of mana.
I never did that.
You have to have a backup weapon.
I never did that.
You know, with dual magic?
Because my magic regeneration was so high. My magic regeneration was so high. My mana was like so high. Just like I didn't even need to. It's just like I can just keep
no. I mean, it's just for early game.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm. Okay, so
the most difficult point is the early game for it.
Yeah. So
and then once
early game, I was just like killing small cretins like skiers and mud crabs and people.
Avengers.
Fucking people.
Soldiers. Fucking Rothgar soldiers.
You know,
This guy. No, red people. What was it called? Red something?
Oh, the Red Guards?
The Red Guards. There you go.
red people.
That's so racist.
Hey, that's racist. That's really racist right there.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're black.
Hold the phone.
They are black.
Hold everything.
Hey,
They're the only
Hey.
black race in
never, you never been you never been to the Cloud City, have you? Of course
Oh
not.
my god.
What was his name? I keep forgetting that first Red
Started
Guard.
with an N.
Yeah, like I just can't remember.
God, it started with an N. Nero?
No.
Not Nero?
I can't remember his
Fuck,
fucking
I
name.
can't remember his name, but I hated that cunt.
was
Every time I seen him, I would save and then kill him.
Yeah.
Or I would kill him and just suffer the consequences. I think.
Oh,
Fuck
from the
White
guard.
Run.
Fuck White Run.
Sucks,
place.
dude.
It sucks.
Oh,
Like,
that's
Terrible
like
place.
So
Why don't you
like-
finish all the quests
that's
you
not-
can do there, and you get that ebony longsword?
the dude that starts with you in the caravan in the beginning of the
Oh,
Skyrim.
Stormcloak?
Ulfric.
Ulfric.
No, not
Stormcloak.
Are you talking about
the other
Ulfric?
guy, Randolph.
Oh no, you're talking
No,
about. Okay,
it's
sorry.
Ulfric.
No, White Run's different.
No, Ulfric's the one that's like on you with the cart.
Yeah, he's in there with the guy speaking to you. That's like, oh, you're finally awake. That's Randolph.
Oh, it's
You
Randall.
finally
Oh,
awake.
I was
okay,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
the dude that's.
Oh, so Ulfric with
So
the
Ulfric
fucking okay.
covered
Yeah.
because he's got the dragons.
He can speak dragon tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't remember the dude's name from White Run though. The dude that.
Oh,
you,
y'all
that you helped out.
Balgruff.
You mean Balgruff?
Balgruff.
Is that who you're talking about?
The most OP fucking Jarl.
Yeah.
Jarl Balgruff.
Yo.
Yeah, you mean the
Barbaro.
best Jarl?
Yeah, the
He's
best
like
Jarl.
the only
Well,
person that's
Bango,
doing
Bango.
anything worth a shit. Because you go to all
Every
the
other
you go to dude, you go to Rivendell and it's like this place sucks. The Thieves Guild is here. All the people hate it.
Fucking,
it's fucking gray as fuck.
What was it, Morningstar or some shit in like further up north in the map where it's all cold? Everyone fucking hates it there. They're
yeah.
having nightmares.
I don't-
I don't know.
where the-
I don't know any other city
where
other
the-
than
the-
White
the
Run.
school-
That is
I
like
the
completely
school.
forgot.
That is-
The
that.
school,
Yeah.
the school of mages is up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because everybody outside of Whiterun just hates their life.
Yeah.
They're just like everything sucks. Now there's
Exactly.
dragons.
Vape pen.
Okay.
So like,
Pick it up, boy.
It's fucking good.
so like,
Just how I
Jarl
like it, boy.
gives you the best.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah.
the
yeah.
fuck?
Be careful because it's gonna burn.
It's gonna burn that vape
It's gonna
pen,
burn
dog.
on it.
So
We
so
vaping.
so Jarl gives you the best
Jarl Drogo.
assistant ever that you can marry.
Woo-wee.
Oh, the
Motherfucking Lydia.
Oh, lady.
Lydia.
Oh,
The highest
I mean-
carry weight.
Look, hold on. At a young age, when I had the
Fucking-
game,
the
because it came out in 2011. We're
Yeah.
all in high school still. I was
What
still
they call
jerking
it?
off the shit.
dude.
I still am,
Dude,
but
when I saw the
Sharina.
when I saw the trailer for like
Dawnguard.
for when when I saw the trailer for when Skyrim was coming out,
oh, dude,
I played Oblivion so much. I like my mind was like,
it's like Skyrim.
no,
Mine was
I
blown.
literally thought like I'm gonna die before this game comes out, and I'm gonna hate myself. This is gonna be the best game that ever happened.
Like you fucking walk out of GameStop like I got Skyrim.
Oh my
And
God.
then you
Yeah.
get hit by a car.
Yeah, exactly.
You never play it.
No, dude, no, that's happened because it's happened to me before. Like I like
you died before a game came
no,
out.
There's the
no,
guy.
something similar. Like I was really little
Am I
kid. I was
being-
like,
am I too loud?
no, it's
Okay,
okay.
cool.
No.
I was like first or second grade, and I saw Jack and Daxter
oh, bro.
as like a
Right, that was good.
Jack and Daxter was
Really?
like the coolest
I am
fucking
now.
thing to me.
Oh yeah.
So
Shit,
like
me
Jack
too.
and Daxter came out, and I got Jack and Daxter, and then I was so happy that I had Jack and Daxter that I hid it somewhere in my parents' bedroom, and then
In your parents' bedroom.
yeah, because I was like, that's the safest place to have it. And the thing is, like, it got lost. Like, I finally got the game, but the thing is that it just fucking went missing. So like,
Really?
Dude, I skipped over 2. I went.
so
from,
I didn't
like,
get to.
I never played Jack and Daxter. I never got to experience
Dude,
it. I
it
ain't gonna
was
lie.
really fun.
I ain't gonna lie. I
And
hear
for-
it's great.
For a
You can
platform,
play
But I was
for a
playing.
platform,
I
it
was
was
playing.
really fun.
I was playing Conquer's Live. Conquer Live Reloaded on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine Conquer the kind of the play style, or like, have you played Banjo Kazooie?
Hell yeah, dude! I had Banjo Kazooie and Banjo.
And
Kazooie.
Imagine-
that shit was my.
Okay,
That was my first game on
okay.
the Nintendo 64 was Banjo Kazooie.
hell yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Jack and Daxter is Banjo Kazooie, Conquer Live and Reloaded with all the guns, and Crash Bandicoot, because you can do like a weird spin attack. So it's like that kind of like collectathon, and then you can also shoot guns.
Collectathon. That was me with Donkey Kong Country 64 with
Dude.
the red expansion pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
I paid $30 for that
We
shit.
get it. You got the expansion pack. Everybody got the expansion pack to play that fucking game.
Yeah,
What
that's
game?
why I
I'm
only
sorry.
saved.
Donkey Kong Country 64. No, Donkey Kong
Oh
64.
yeah,
Yeah.
Here's
My
the thing
bad.
about that fucking game.
What?
Who's taking this?
Did you ever finish
take
it?
So
I never finished it.
I did
Grape
finish
soda?
Donkey Kong Donkey Kong on 64, but my mom bought it for me on my Nintendo 64. I remember putting it in, and it's like, you need the new
expansion
expansion
pack,
pack. I was
yes.
like, what the fuck?
I had to buy it for
And
like
then
26 bucks.
my mom was like, well, we'll get it someday. Never got it.
Oh,
I never got it. So what I would do
One of
is I
these
would-
days.
I would go to my cousin's house who had a 64 as well. He had the expansion pack, and we would just play the fuck out of Donkey Kong the entire time.
didn't I let you borrow it eventually?
I used to go to your house a lot and play it.
Yeah, because that's what happened with us. Like the same thing is like we bought the game, and like it has an expansion pack. We showed our parents, and they were like, "Fuck." I was
Yeah.
like, I guess we'll go find it. And so
we go
when
find
and it's like a couple of weeks later, like we eventually
Some of
found
the
it.
headphones.
We eventually found it, and we started finally fucking playing this
Yeah.
fucking game. It was like fucking masterpiece. Yeah, that was just in the Jungle Japes, but I don't know, like so like whenever we first played it, we're just like playing it just to pass it,
Uh-huh.
and then after we pass it, we're just like, all right, let's
do we actually play this game though?
let's
Did we play this
let's
game?
100% this fucking game.
Ooh, damn.
Get all the shit.
It was hard.
All the bananas.
It was hard. All the
No,
bananas,
dude.
all the crystals, everything.
Damn. All the fairies.
For some reason, whenever I
All
would
the fairies.
play video games when I was a kid, it felt more accomplishing to pass those games whenever I was a kid than like passing games now.
Yeah.
Because like
You know what was harder? Okay, so I would pass Luigi's Mansion in like one day, like in like 5 hours, but I can never 100% it because it was one of the most difficult fucking things ever. Like Luigi's Mansion ain't no joke, dude. Like that fucking game is
For real?
difficult. Like you had to be on point on like the suckage and like finding everything. But like it's such a fun game. I remember borrowing from Izzy and like that fucking game was so much
I never
fun.
got to play Luigi's Mansion.
Dude, Luigi's Mansion, honestly,
I played.
Luigi's Mansion was a lot of fun.
dude, it was just the most fun.
I was a Mario Sunshine kid.
And,
Oh, hell
and so that was
yeah. I
the
was a
thing.
Mario
And that was the
Sunshine
thing.
kid.
Like I wasn't much of a Sunshine guy. Like I didn't play Sunshine much.
Sunshine was the one that I had.
I honestly felt like, man, honestly, like Sunshine feels inferior to me. But that's because I was so in love with Luigi's Mansion.
Well, that's bullshit then.
I'm sorry. It's just like you know how I am. Like I'm more of a
That's
Luigi.
well, okay. So
I love Luigi.
that's called nostalgia bias.
no. Okay. Well,
That's literally what that is.
I also love Luigi. So like Luigi's always
Oh,
been
okay.
my guy. And so
Yeah,
when he-
Luigi's
yeah.
always been your character.
so whenever Luigi got his first ever like standalone solo game where like he has to rescue Mario, I was just like, dude, like
you're
this
like,
fucking
bruh,
game's the
yeah.
best fucking thing ever. Because like he never gets his own standalone game.
Yeah.
He eventually got his sequels like with Luigi's Mansion: Dark of the Moon and Luigi's Mansions 3. It's just like I have
There was Super Luigi Bros.
yeah, but it's like it's just a ripoff of
kinda
like
bullshit.
Super Mario Brothers. Like
Well, okay, so
new Super Mario Brothers. My bad.
Luigi's Mansion was kind of a ripoff of Mario Sunshine in the sense
Not
that
really.
he has a thing.
Not
on his
really.
back.
Not really.
How was it a
It's-
rip
it
off
was-
of
it-
Sunshine?
it was a lot-
Explain.
it was a lot
Explain how
well,
Sunshine.
he's got a backpack
and
that does a
Luigi-
thing.
Oh, just because he has a vacuum cleaner,
Yes.
it's a rip off of Sunshine because he has a backpack, fucking water pack.
Yeah,
That's how
it's
they-
just the same thing, but the
Did
opposite.
you ever consider the
It's
fact that
just
the
like-
people who made Sunshine also made Luigi's
Well, that's the thing. They're like, how can we make this idea?
You act
again?
as if Nintendo. You act as if fucking Nintendo copied something from Sony.
No. That's what I mean. It's like I'm just getting really specific about Mario.
Okay, so
Luigi.
think
But
about,
by the way, I'm not a Mario guy. I don't.
no,
I don't really care.
But okay,
I'm a Daisy guy.
I know you're a Daisy.
I'm a Daisy and a Wario.
I'm more of a Yoshi and fucking Mario. Honestly, Yoshi and Mario is my two favorite characters.
I'm more Luigi than anything ever. Like anything ever. But so like the thing about what was extremely different for Luigi's Mansion and Mario Sunshine. Like Mario Sunshine was more of an sandbox, whereas Luigi's Mansion was more of like you did have a linear path, but you can explore all the rooms. It's more like Resident Evil, if anything, if you will, because like
that's actually a really good way to put it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like you're exploring.
The only thing is, I'm not shitting on Luigi's Mansion, by the way, because
I know you're not.
I know it's a really good game. I've just never played it. That's like which is like one of the shitty things, because like whenever I was younger, I would play
circulation.
Yeah. I would play Mario Sunshine, but like I would really want to fucking play Luigi's Mansion. But the thing about the only crazy cool thing about Mario Sunshine is because it was a sandbox. The levels were fucking so huge. So you got to
never played it.
You got to adventure and fucking see all these.
Never played that.
It's that game is fucking beautiful to look at. Just
to
hang out, and it's just like
fucking game.
The water looks awesome, and then all the
I would spend time just walking around,
and then you see just black goo. It's just like black goo
and
here,
and
you're just like, I gotta power wash this shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're power washing.
You have a water pack on the game.
You're just you're a Mexican cleaning a driveway. You're cleaning a driveway with a power washer.
Pretty fucking much.
The whole game.
Like the entire game was like Mario was going on a vacation. This terrible incident happened with. Is it cool? Is it cool if I spoil it? Jesus?
Go ahead. Yeah, cool. Spoil it.
Because it's been years,
motherfucker. 20 years, almost 20 years.
It's like the BP oil spill.
BP oil spill.
Pretty much like Bowser Jr. disguises himself as Mario and goes and does mischievous things, having fucking paint mess everywhere because he can't clean up after himself. The cunt.
Well, he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose.
So Mario, I know.
That's his revenge.
I know it was on purpose. I was just fucking around. So Mario is like blamed for it. You're like, you look like the fucking painted silver guy, so you're the reason why this mess happened. So
and
Mario
it says it's got a big M.
Yeah, it's got a big M. Your name is Mario.
Hey, fuck you.
What about Mauricio over here? Nah, it's Mario.
Nah. This guy.
Yeah. What about Martin? No, it's not Martin. It's Mario.
No. This guy.
M stands for Mario over here.
M stands.
Anyways, that's like the bullshit premise of it. It was a really great fucking game though. So I got back from Eddie's. I was watching Dragon Ball Super, and while watching
from the beginning,
no,
like
he started it off at a.
He wanted us to watch Futurama when I went over.
I love Futurama. I love Futurama.
But
I'm back, baby.
He put on Dragon Ball Super. I don't know what season.
Let's go already.
I don't know what season it was.
What was happening? I
don't know what season it was. It started off at episode 122. It was a tournament between the 6th and the 11th universe with I can't remember any of the other guys' names.
Is the wolf people?
No, it's not the wolf people.
No. So
it's like this alien-looking purple
main tournament.
guy.
This is like the pre-tournament. Like this is like between universe.
The duels.
Universe 6 and Universe 7.
No, it's not the duels. There's like a team of people fighting against each other.
Okay.
Whoever the loser is, that universe gets fucking destroyed. Yeah. And I was watching that. It was really fucking good, by the way.
Dude.
Of course it's good. And I was like, fuck, I want to get back into watching Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, you should
so I can catch up with this shit.
You should have watched it whenever, like it was, like, getting broadcast, like, day to day. Because I remember I had a watch party at my place.
Dude.
Whenever, like,
I went the last episode.
I fucking remember that.
It was sick.
I was so fucking angry. I was so angry.
But at the same time, I don't care because I'm probably gonna forget.
I'm probably gonna forget.
I was there and I ruined it for everybody.
But like after watching it, my point is like I forgot just how great that show is, and how nostalgic it is. Like just sitting down and watching, my favorite childhood
Dragon Ball Z.
characters duke it out with other people. And fuck, man,
I thought the world was
That's
ending.
a really great show.
The
When-
world was ending.
When Frieza was fighting Goku, I was like, shit, everything's gonna blow up, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Honestly,
like it
when
meant
I-
that much to me.
I've decided that after I finish Samurai Jack and Primal, I'm gonna.
I gotta
get back-
where
I'm
you
gonna get back into what the fuck is this?
where are you watching Primal?
It's
Payson?
pizza.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh shit!
Cauliflower
Yeah.
pizza.
All right, well I'll have to get into that after I
Well,
watch.
then
I've been
all
watching
three-
I've been
then
watching
all
Harley
three
Quinn.
of us can go to Martin's because Martin lives there. So by all three, I mean Martin, you, and me.
All right, cool.
We'll go there and we'll watch it. All right, sounds good. All right. Anyways,
Uh,
after I finish that,
I've been
and
catching up
Primal,
on Harley Quinn.
He told me
I
about
wanted
that
to see
show.
it.
It's-
I
heard
haven't
it's
watched
good.
it yet.
It's a
show's
really
really
good
fucking
show,
cool.
man. It's really fun.
Hey, you
It's-
guys made this pizza, correct?
It's
No,
girl.
it's cauliflower pre-made.
That show is
terrible.
That show is
It's
girl.
alright.
I'm fucking.
That show. That show is
It's
girl power
healthy,
is
quote,
fuck
unquote.
though.
I'm just being
It's
an
fucked,
ass.
but like,
It's- yeah.
well, no, it's
the
not-
writing's funny,
Yeah, that's what makes it fucking
Solomon.
amazing.
Can you pass me the vodka?
and not to
Yeah.
mention the voice acting is like on
dude,
on
no.
point.
Dude, all of it's good.
Yeah.
All of it's good.
Goku
How far have you gone into?
I'm episode 3 or 4
Oh, dude. So like,
because
I
I've been trying to finish Supernatural. I'm sorry, I gotta
it's-
finish it.
it's
I'm like
okay.
12 season
Dude,
in.
I
And
rather-
I'm like I gotta watch the rest of this because
honest-
otherwise I wasted
Dude,
my time.
honestly, I wish
Honestly,
I want to be there with you to watch it with you because like
Harley Quinn.
yeah, Harley Quinn because like I want to watch it and like watch your reactions because like it's that's how I was with Natasha's like whenever I'd show her like any movie or any shows it's like I want to watch reactions out of people.
That's what I always do when I'm showing someone a video or a show. I'm just like,
It's just
try it out.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Try
the
it
best.
out.
It's just the best feeling, to, like especially if like they have like the biggest reaction
shit.
ever. It's just like I know, right?
one show I'm still waiting on to have a fucking season 3 is The Boys
Oh, me too. I love The
Same
Boys.
here, same
and
here.
Invincible because Invincible was fucking
Well,
great.
they already approved for season 2 and season 3. So.
They did. I'm waiting
We're
for
just waiting.
Invincible
Just
season
waiting
2
on
and
it.
3. I'm also
We love Invincible.
if you guys haven't checked it out, there's a show called Barry.
Barry?
With,
Oh, I've seen both seasons.
What's the actor's name?
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Okay, so Bill Hader.
Barry.
And my first time ever seeing
HBO
him,
Max. HBO, I mean.
Amazon Prime and HBO Max, I believe. And
No, it's an HBO original, I think.
well, I'm sorry, Mister.
This
I
guy-
fucking
that's where
know
I
what
watched
show is
it.
that.
It's a good show. I love that
It's
show.
a great fucking
It's
show.
so good.
So, anyways, Bill
Hitman.
Hader, and the first time
Go on,
ever
go on.
I've seen this guy
Really?
act a serious role.
Oh, a serious role. Okay.
A serious
Not comedy.
role. It's about Bill Hader plays a fucking assassin.
A hitman.
He plays a hitman that realizes, like, he doesn't want to be a hitman anymore. He wants to go into acting. And
By accident.
a lot of by accident.
He stumbled
That's
into
the
it.
Zohan.
During one of his
Oh, really?
That's the Zohan. It's like a hitman, but
Dude,
he
I
wants
saw
to
the
do
Zohan when it
he wants to
came
be a
out.
hairdresser.
I want to make hair
Yeah,
look
that's the
really
Zohan.
good.
I want to make
I
you
forgot. I forgot the
fresh
plot
and
of the
cool.
Zohan.
I want to make you silky smooth.
Yes,
Silky
silky
smooth.
smooth.
And he's like practicing haircuts.
And the
his,
dog.
His parents are like, "How are you going to do this?" And
You
he's like,
a
he's like,
fagila.
what are you, a faggot?
Yeah.
You're a
You a
faggot.
faggot.
And he's in his room. He's got hair. He's got scissors, and he's like, "I just want to make people silky smooth." And he's practicing haircutting.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
That was a good movie too, actually. But
It's
anyways,
fucking-
Barry's another show that got
One of the
approved for season 3 and 4.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
So
I
from
love
what
that
I've
show.
read, they've written down 3 and 4. They're already shooting season 3 from. I might be wrong about that, but we should have it by the
Don't
end of this
quote
year.
him on
Plus-
that.
Don't quote me on
on
that.
it.
Quote him.
That's the
Because-
quote. That's our catchphrase on the Stumble podcast.
I'm really fucking stupid. I don't look up any information at all because I just
This
believe
is-
things that come out of my mouth.
You are now on the Stumble podcast if you didn't know, and our
Yeah.
quote is, don't quote me on that.
Which is great because I stumbled out my truck before getting over here.
You crazy boy.
You fit right in, buddy.
fit right
in.
I pretty much pre-gamed over there at Eddie's before coming over here to drink more snacks and shoot the shit.
Go ahead, boy.
Fuck
Yeah,
You
man.
might want a cup of ice.
Don't put ice on the beer. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm sorry. Do you like drinking hot beer, you fuck?
But I don't like drinking watered down
It's
beer.
hot, yeah.
It's hot.
It's room temperature.
If he says it's hot, it's room temperature beer is not the best either.
Well, they've been here for a while, so I'm
I'm
like
Like
pretty
3
sure-
weeks now.
I might as well get rid of them.
Finish them up, boys.
Yeah,
Finish
no
them up.
doubt,
It's
but you
like-
might want to have
El
ice with
Triple
that.
X.
I might.
Dude, okay, so you know what's another good show I highly recommend is
I'm just gonna drink it.
Tuca,
Alcohol is alcohol to me.
Tuca and Birdie. If you haven't
Cheers to
watched
that,
it,
buddy.
Tuca and Birdie.
Tuca and Birdie. It is the voice cast for that.
Animated?
Yes, is voice.
Think of it like
animated.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's actually made from the same company from BoJack Horseman.
Mhm.
It's on
with
it's on
different
Netflix.
writers, but different writers. And it has the two, like, one of the two fucking amazing female comedians
Comedians on it?
that I love. Is
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish and
Of course,
and
I love Haddish.
Amy Wong.
Amy Wong. I love Amy Wong.
Amy Wong, I've never seen. I
She does
know
a
of her.
pregnant.
She's-
She does a pregnant stand-up.
She's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
I've heard of
dude.
that on Netflix.
She's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
I think the
love
only
her
female
jokes.
comedian I've actually listened to is
Amy Schumer?
is Christina
No.
Pazinski.
Don't
Oh,
Yeah.
Brzezinski, I
Yeah,
love
Christina
Tom
Pazinski
Segura
is
and his
fucking
wife.
hilarious.
I wanted to see her
Don't,
live.
don't
but I
ever,
never
don't
bothered.
ever mention Amy Schumer. She's the most terrible fucking.
Give me a
comedian
moment.
ever.
This guy. Go ahead, Dad. You gotta go to the bathroom. Go
I
ahead.
hate her beyond all reason, dude.
I only know two.
She's alright.
No,
I-
Amy Schumer sucks, dude. Fuck her.
I walked out of her movie.
I walked out of her like anything. She sucks. dude. Amy Schumer is the worst. She steals jokes. They're not even that
I
good.
guess.
And she is not original. She's terrible.
I never watched her stand-up. Never watched her stand-up.
Never do.
Never do
I
this
recommend
guy.
never do.
I recommend never.
Yeah,
do.
dude. She's just terrible. I'm sorry.
I know
Not
two.
Not
two,
sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
two female comedians that
Who you got?
that I really like. It's
Mhm.
Natasha Leggero,
Natasha Leggero.
who she used to be with Duncan Trussell, and
Really?
they used to hang out. She was a comedian, and she's really fucking hilarious. Just because she's got this this attitude about her that's more authentic than other kind of like Amy Schumer-esque kind of comedians.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is Maria Bamford.
You're bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
She's the lady that does
funny.
the voices.
She's funny.
Hmm.
I like Mary Bedford. Okay, so like, I think you will remember Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish was the.
I have another one. It's Beth Sterling.
She's good. Too.
Is another one.
I like her too. So Tiffany Haddish is. You remember Bad Trip, right? The sister that like tried to kill those two guys. Freaking Eric Andre and that other dude.
Oh
Like,
wait.
that's
okay.
That's Tiffany Haddish.
So she's a comedian.
Yeah, she's really funny.
That's
She's
pretty
really
good.
funny.
She always
Is
does
it-
vagina jokes. It's so funny.
Oh, shit.
and like,
But in the good way.
in a good
Okay,
way.
I was about
Not
to
in a
say-
shitty way.
Yeah, not in a
Yeah.
shitty way. They're really funny. I was surprised.
She like not only caters to like women, she also caters to the men.
Oh, it's so funny. She's great.
She's like all around like comedian.
That's like the reason I want to watch that
she's
movie
not.
too.
She's not like
It's pretty
female only like comedy,
Yeah,
which is like.
she's really funny.
And I'm not trying to
Yeah.
And
downplay
she's black,
female only comedian. It's just like
just like you.
you also have to think
I'm
about
half.
You're half
I'm
black.
only
I
half,
guess.
buddy.
yeah. 'Cause
My
you also
brother,
have to think
my
about
brother.
like
My
those,
brother.
those two halves on like on the comedy section because
Yeah.
like you know who does it really well is what's his face God damn it, what's his fucking name? I
Dave
love him.
Chappelle,
No, not Dave. Well, yeah, he does it too. But like, no, the best man I think, in my opinion, is
Kevin Hart,
white man, Irish.
Shut the fuck up.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Dude, Kevin Hart is like so fucking.
Yeah, no,
I can't
just-
fucking-
Kevin Hart's all right. I like Kevin
yeah,
Hart.
but like Bill Burr.
Every time I see
My
Kevin
man.
Hart, I'm like, I think to
He's gonna be
myself,
screaming.
he wishes he was Richard Pryor. He fucking wishes. And whenever I see Dave Chappelle, I'm like, that's Dave Chappelle. But whenever I see Kevin Hart, I'm like, this is whatever. He's a short, loud black guy.
Sure, like black guy.
That's
But
you
you're
can-
black. You can say that.
Yeah, but like,
Shit.
yeah, see, exactly.
You're half black.
Like that's what you can chalk him down to is like short, loud, and black. It's like that's about it. And
He's
I'm like,
funny though.
God
I liked his first special.
Well, yeah.
His first special was really good.
He's alright.
Yeah, but
That's the only one I really
I
seen.
honestly prefer him like in
Yeah, but
movies.
like whenever I would hear people talking about his stand up, it was more like the catchphrases that he would say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like the credit card joke or the see what I
And-
mean?
and the same
See
thing-
what I mean?
Yes.
and like
So the credit card joke and the you're going to learn today. Like
You're gonna learn today.
so that's like funny, but like the thing is like whenever you talk to people about his stand up, those are the only two things they remember.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it's like the rest of his stand up is like nobody remembers the rest of his stand up because like those are the two things he's like most known for.
It's alright. I like his stand-up.
I really fucking love him as an actor. I really like him as an actor. I'm gonna be honest.
what should you call it? So like that's how I feel about.
Oh shit! What is this? Put one
That
in
is
there.
ginger beer. Hey, Martin.
He's got a cold one.
I got a cold one for you, boy ass. Already cold. It's been in there.
Should I?
You want?
Should I-
You want?
should I
You
put one
want
in?
to try
Well,
something?
no. I'm gonna drink this one and then I'm gonna try one.
Hells yeah,
So,
Dad.
Should I put one in there?
that's how I feel about Cat
Give it
Williams.
here, boy.
Sadly, is like
Same thing, right? No,
Yeah.
no. And Eddie Griffin.
yes,
I
yes,
love Eddie
yes.
Griffin.
So like with Kevin Hart, I'm like, dude, short, loud black guy is already taken up. It's already taken up. I
Cat
don't know
Williams
how
is
to-
already there.
Yeah, exactly. And Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, and so-
Pimpin' ain't easy. Pimpin' ain't easy, brothers.
So it's like,
and he's the best at it.
He's
So-
the best.
and like loud black comedians are already given to freaking Chris Rock, dude. Like he's not short, but
Nah.
but he's already like loud black comedian. So like when you add in the short loud black comedian, it's like, okay, so you're short. It's like all right, but like when you got loud comedians, like the thing about like
That's why. No, see, that's why I think he's better at being an actor
mhm.
than a comedian because he's really
Exactly.
good as a comedian. But I think the reason he's good as a comedian is because of how relatable he is. I don't think it's because of like his like because of anything else.
Exactly. And so,
But he's like Ice Cube.
yeah.
He's like Ice Cube. He's better in movies than he is at like rapping, or better than in movies than he is.
So he's really good at rapping.
Ice
And
Cube?
That's the thing. So Ice Cube is like
Wait, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is fucking amazing
He's
at
amazing.
rapping.
But he hasn't done it in a while.
But like, well, yeah, because like he moved on to like writing and like directing
What?
movies and like actually like acting. In
He was
movies.
in NWA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in NWA.
Okay.
So like, and then he went solo, doing his own thing.
Mm.
He fucking wrecked it being by himself. And then like, he also had like he wrote / directed / starred in Friday, and that movie was so low budgeted. It was like literally one of the most highly watched, most highest grossing movie
It's the most
ever.
It's the most black movie I've ever seen.
Dude, it is.
It's the
so
most
good.
black movie.
It is so good. I grew up.
And
Friday?
Friday. I grew up watching Friday, dude. And
love
like,
Friday.
okay, so so the reason I say that is because it takes place on one street.
yes,
It doesn't
You
go
never
anywhere
go
else.
anywhere else. It's
Doesn't
just the
go
one street.
anywhere else.
Exactly.
So like that's what makes sense
And
to
it's
me
just the
because like
one
whenever I
day.
was growing up,
Yeah.
I would only spend time in my apartment.
Yeah.
Like whenever I was growing up,
It's-
everybody
dude,
hung
it-
out together. Everybody talked to each other, just
Yeah.
like in the movie. Like everybody in neighborhoods like
I love
knew each
that.
other, and we would talk shit to each other, and it was like it was all this cool shit.
Oh,
But
Dude,
like,
I don't know what is it about so
To me,
that's
it was
that's so
fucking amazing.
I don't know what is so charming about like those movies that like take in the same day that do it so good because
Yeah.
like you also think about like one of the most best movies ever. One of the best movies ever in the history of ever. Training Day
Oh, training day?
takes in one single day, dude.
Take your little baby balls out of here.
Yeah.
What's the quote?
it was either
I wouldn't say it's like the best movie ever, but
No,
it's
yes.
a very fucking great
Dude,
movie.
it's
always
high
wanted to
up
see
there.
it.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
Always
in
wanted
that
to see
movie
it.
was
And
fucking
so was
spectacular.
God damn it, what's his fucking name? The white dude's name. But like
That's me about
He was
those
so
Equis.
good.
Matt Damon.
that's not Matt
It's
Damon.
not Matt Damon.
No, it's
I was thinking of The Departed.
Ethan Hawke, one of my
Ethan
favorite
Hawke.
actors.
Yeah,
I
Ethan
love
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
No way,
Attica?
Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke.
no way,
That's
He's the
Ethan
main-
Hawke.
He's the main character.
dude. That was
He's the rookie.
He's the white guy, basically.
He's the rookie.
that's
the
a good
rookie.
white guy.
That's a good white guy.
Because because he only does serious movies.
Yeah.
like Denzel Washington.
Basically.
like
Basically
Denzel Washington.
does.
Because like,
So like
That's pretty
Denzel
good.
Washington give like a realistic
You're right, brother.
satire into the movie.
We got
But
wine.
like Ethan Hawke gave like
We
some
got
realism into
sangria.
it because like you never see him
We got vodka.
be like
I got all
bourbon,
alcohol
joking.
here.
We
in the
are
movie.
stacked with alcohol.
You only see
On
him
the Stumble
play-
podcast. You already know.
You only ever
Take
see
what you
him
want.
be like a serious
Do
cop.
whatever
Take
you
a
want.
hit of this pin.
And, like,
Yeah.
a
Take a
serious
hit of that
rookie
pin, dog.
cop At that,
Go ahead.
Because he's learning the ropes
You already know.
in that area. It's fucked up because like so much shit happens.
You
in
already
that
know,
one day
brother.
That like the next day is just like.
If you want some
dude,
more
like,
ice, it's right
fuck
there.
that, like,
I see
I'm-
it. After I finish up this bourbon,
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
get some
It's a
ice.
really
Fuck
good
yeah,
movie.
brother. Fuck
I
yeah.
feel like when
Drink
you,
it up.
You don't really think about like all these events, especially in the movies, happens in one day, like one single day. It's just like it's baffling. It's
On
like,
the-
I guess I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's-
I'm gonna have to watch
I'm
it.
gonna have
I
to
haven't
watch it,
seen
yeah.
it for
Yeah,
years.
Me either.
I have to watch it. You
He's
haven't
talking
seen
about
it
Training
either?
Day still?
No, I,
Yeah,
so
he's
You
talking
haven't
about
seen
Training
Training
Day.
Day?
I just watched
No,
Departed.
me and him have not watched it.
Y'all gotta watch it.
I
We
just-
gotta watch it.
I just watched Departed and I just watched Waterworld.
I love Departed. I haven't seen Waterworld.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Waterworld
Since I
hear
was a
it's
kid.
great.
It was on the Spanish
Pretty
channel.
good.
Yeah, I hear it's
pretty
great.
It was on Univision.
It's like
Univision.
it's like Mad Max, is
It
what
has-
everybody says.
it
It is
has-
very. It's distinguishable enough to where it's like. So it's good enough on its own.
It's good enough.
It's like a great value version of Mad Max.
value.
Dude,
It's
it's only like an hour and a half long, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Because most
I
movies,
tell you what.
most movies are like 2.5, 3
But
hours
why
long.
this guy? It's
I
good.
understand.
I watched Waterworld when I was a kid
When am I
on the
gonna get
Mexican
that?
channel, but that's
It's-
it.
I
It,
did too, but
it
I
has
heard it
what
in English.
it has what movies,
Really?
Sábado gigante.
dude.
Sábado Gigante.
It has
you mean.
what movies nowadays don't have, and that's
Uh-huh.
like fun. it's got fun.
Fun.
It's fun.
Okay.
Like I don't know, because movies are
I
too
can
serious.
agree with that because there hasn't been movies lately that came out. Okay, look.
Yeah.
Besides the Godzilla movie and
Exactly.
the Mortal Kombat movie, these are movies I look forward to. By the way, these are movies I look forward to watching.
Of course.
I'm not gonna say Mortal Kombat was good. It was okay.
It was enjoyable.
It was
Mortal
enjoyable.
Kombat
It
was
was
so
enjoyable.
good. I love Mortal Kombat.
If you're watching a
the
Mortal
fight
Kombat,
scenes between
if you're watching a
Scorpion and
Mortal Kombat
Sub-Zero was
movie,
good.
if you're watching a Mortal
But
Kombat movie, you
the
know
Mortal
what,
Com- the
you know
Mortal
what you're getting
Kombat-
into.
The Mortal Kombat movie
I'm
from the
sorry.
90s.
I have to say what I gotta say.
The Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s was better than the one that just
Solomon.
recently came
Solomon.
out.
Solomon.
And it's fun, right?
It's fun, yeah.
Take it, boy.
So here's
My
the
baby boy.
thing, like, here's the thing. I'm sorry that I'm talking so loud.
No, you're good. This is
I know
great.
I know I'm very assertive.
No,
start
you're
speaking.
great. You're great,
Yeah.
Doug. Keep on talking.
Good, man.
Yeah, yeah. Any
Keep
fucking
on talking
ways.
for me.
Gotta do it.
Right into that mic, boy.
Anyways,
Durga.
there hasn't been movies that come out lately that have caught my attention to where I'm just like, I have
Really?
to see this movie. I have to see this movie.
Have you seen Black Widow?
I don't care for
I
Black
hear
Widow.
it's
I've
good.
been meaning to watch it. I just
I-
haven't got
You know what that
time. to
movie's
it.
about?
What?
Family. That movie's about family.
Nothing stronger than family.
Nothing stronger than family. Shotgun to the face.
You guys are just, what is
You're
that,
gay.
that meme?
You're
with,
a
Vin
fag.
Diesel?
Not even
You're
tempered
gay.
steel or titanium or diamond
Can
is
break family pride. But we've gotten off the rails.
But
We have gotten off the rails. Go
there
ahead,
hasn't,
Doug.
I like
there hasn't
it.
been any
We're
movie-
stumbling right now. We're
We
stumbling.
are stumbling
There-
on the podcast right now. The Stumble Podcast.
There hasn't been any movie that's come out where I'm excited or looking forward to watching.
Really?
Okay, example being, I remember talking to you
To
about
me,
the
the last
Solomon
one
was
the last one for me was I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. I
And
saw
then-
it in theaters.
and
Yeah.
King Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, King
Oh,
Kong.
I didn't watch it in
But-
theaters. I just saw it.
Oh,
My
we
brother
talked-
saw
we
it.
talked about it on the podcast.
Now,
I forgot.
going-
I forgot we
You
talked
should
about it.
still watch it.
I have to watch it.
Very good.
My favorite.
I've only seen Kong Skull Island. Go ahead, my bad.
No,
Did
you're
I
good,
stop
you're
you?
good, you're good.
My bad, Doug. Go
My
ahead.
favorite genre in
Your
movies
favorite genre in
is
movies, yeah.
horror. I love horror movies.
I love horror movies.
scary
I love zombie movies.
Yes, and I love being
Specifically,
scared. I
yeah.
love being scared. I don't know why.
The suspense. I love
being
suspense
scared.
movies.
So here's the thing. I watched Conjuring 1 and 2. I watched The Nun. They were enjoyable. I'm not gonna say
I
they
only saw the
scared
second
me,
one.
but they were just fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The characters
second
were
one-
the characters are greatly written.
The second
the
one
actors were
particularly.
fucking good.
They were all right.
But the
Yep.
third Conjuring, which is I believe the devil made me do it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It
I haven't
just,
seen it.
okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not
I only
gonna
saw the
spoil
rated
it.
R one.
Okay,
is it
I
as
forgot
good
the rated
as?
R.
Look, hold
Is
on.
it as good as 1 or 2?
Look, let me just say.
Is it as good as 1 or 2?
Let me fucking say it. Answer that, then
It's a simple question.
Fucking talk.
It's very simple.
Look,
Go ahead.
I've tried.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max right now.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it then. All right.
And I have tried watching it 3
I'm
times.
sorry, if I have turned.
I have tried watching it 3 times.
You're
I
right, dude.
promise-
You're right.
You should title this episode as the loudest
The
podcast
loudest,
ever.
the loudest podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm being so loud.
I think
No,
there's
no,
already
it's not
one
just you,
the
it's
loudest
everybody.
podcast.
Everybody's been loud.
But anyways, look,
we're drunk
I've
as
tried
fuck.
Okay, go
watching.
ahead, Doug.
I've tried watching it 3 times.
Which one?
Conjuring. The devil made me
Dude,
do
it's
it.
so
Okay.
good.
And-
It's good?
Okay, so
I haven't seen
Martin
it.
told me about it. He said
He
it's
told
good.
me the
And it-
first
He
half.
recommended it.
He said
He
the
recommended me.
Okay.
Recommended it to me.
he
Go
said
on.
the
Told me-
first half was.
He told me, yeah, the first half is definitely very fucking slow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He told me that I should definitely just sit down and watch it, and it gets good. And I believe him because everything he's ever recommended to me is fucking great. But the first 3 times of me watching it, I fell asleep. Like
You tried watching it 3 times.
3 times,
And you fell asleep.
and I fell asleep each
Okay,
fucking time.
that's a bad
the
movie.
first time I fell
Shut
asleep.
the fuck up.
That's a
the
bad
first time I
movie
fell asleep.
unless you were drinking. Were you drinking?
I was not drinking, and
I
I was
wasn't
not
drinking
high.
either.
then that's just a bad movie.
I was not high, nor was I drinking.
I've had that experience
Yeah,
with
right.
movies before,
That's-
and I could not finish it. I fell asleep in
Now-
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark in the theaters
That
with
was
Guillermo.
that was enjoyable.
Really?
I
Oh, dude, I
understand.
fell asleep towards the
It
middle
was,
of
it
it.
was kind of silly.
in theaters.
It was kind of silly,
Well, it's
but
only-
it was also enjoyable because it
'cause
was
the
just
books-
nostalgic.
the
because
books
I,
are so-
I read
I
those
never read
books
the
in
books.
elementary
I
school.
always
I
read
got
L-
really fucking
L.R.
terrified.
Stein.
Okay,
I
so-
read those books in elementary school.
Really?
Okay,
I had
so-
them from the fundraisers.
That's why you should watch
and
it.
the book fairs we had at
if
May
you haven't
Smith.
if you haven't read the books from whenever you were a kid,
Uh-huh.
plus like the books they have the
drawings.
they have the drawings
And even
Yeah.
the
every
drawings are like so fucking like
Yeah,
crazy.
they're good?
They
They're
gave the
fucking-
drawings is what gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
Not the story, but the drawings
Same.
gave me
They're
nightmares.
super scary.
They're fucking. I'm gonna
What
look them up
was
right
what was
now.
the book series from L.R. Stein?
R.L. Stein.
RL.
What was it?
Goosebumps.
No,
Goosebumps. I read the Goosebumps
R.L.
book.
Stein's for Goosebumps, yeah.
I watched.
Imagine-
I love those books, but I never seen the movies.
Okay. So
Was it good?
Imagine if Goosebumps was
Yes.
scary.
Yeah, was Goosebumps good? I saw the TV series
Oh, you mean
TV series is great.
with the one where
I
the
liked
kid
it.
put the mask on.
Yeah.
That fucked me up.
That
That fucked me up so bad when I was a kid.
so here's this is a comparison right now. I'm showing Jesus this
Uh-huh.
picture. It's a comparison of the drawing in the Stories to Tell in the Dark,
Uh huh.
and then here's the movie.
Uh huh. Let me see. Yeah, that was in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the drawing right there.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
fell
not-
asleep.
That's not the one that
I fell
scared
asleep
the
in that
fuck-
movie
The
for
one
somehow.
with the lady with the fucking missing eyes was the scariest.
With the
one
long
of
hair,
all.
the long-haired fat lady.
No.
That's what you just showed me.
No, that's not
Yeah.
that's
That's
the
not the
scariest
one.
lady, but like there's another one where it's like it's a lady with like
That one.
yeah.
That-
Really?
oh,
Oh, that's from Scary Stories.
yeah.
yeah.
I always thought that was a meme or something.
Oh,
No.
the dude with
It was
the-
created.
No,
into a meme.
show him the
No.
picture.
Which
The one you just showed me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
thought
book.
that
That's
was
it.
from a meme
I
or something.
used to own
No,
all
no,
three
no.
books as
It
a
got
kid.
it got
Really?
it
Yeah.
got so
I
bad.
bought them at the
That
book
got-
fair.
Really,
at my-
really?
That got so bad
at the
to the
elementary
point
school.
where, like,
I never
went-
bought
like,
them.
I
I bought
literally
them because
could
I
not sleep
just
at
love
night.
scary stories. I grew up
And my
reading
parents
Stephen.
went to go complain to the principal about it.
Really?
And like
Wait, you complained to your principal?
No,
no,
the
my
parents.
parents,
the
my parents
Your
compl-
parents complained to your
the
principal
principal was like, why the fuck
for
are
reading
y'all-
a scary story?
Yeah, it's like, why the fuck are they like why the fuck is my like this book even available to my kid? Like, the fuck did he read this for? It's just like-
Really?
yeah, and then the
Oh, that's
principal-
crazy.
The principal was just like, look, there was already an
advertisement?
advertisement like of like, be careful reading this book. It's a scary story.
It had that on it.
Yeah.
I never knew
And
that.
it's like it's reading at your own will. It's like, I'm sorry, it's just it is what it is.
There was an advertisement when you went to the book fair before purchasing the book. It
No,
was.
Uh-huh.
it was in our library at May Smith.
Yeah, it was. I know.
Uh-huh.
That's
but
where
they
I got
even
it
sold.
from.
They sold all 3 copies at the
Yeah.
book fair too.
Yeah, and so
There was
like,
an advertisement, like you said. It's really fucking scary.
dude, it is a
Really?
extreme
read at
terror.
your own expense.
Whenever I was
Yeah.
reading
I
that,
never knew that.
dude, like it was like at the moments like whenever like you're reading it, like the images are well placed because like when you turn the
Really?
page,
It'll get you.
boom, there
Damn.
it is, and I'm like, oh fuck. yeah. And so like that image stays in my head. So like when I'm like
Go Go on, Doug.
Chill the
My bad.
fuck out.
Doug.
No,
Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
it's during the right part too. It's
Yeah,
like
dude.
It
right
gets
when
good. It's getting good.
Right whenever it gets to the point where it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like that point in the story.
Yeah, and so like when I try to go to sleep in my room when it's all dark and shit, it's like I imagine that face in the corner of my room watching me.
Yeah.
Really?
It is terrifying,
Dude.
dude.
Yo, you guys want to get into ghost stories?
That's crazy.
No,
Let's
let's
go.
do ghost
Let's
stories.
go. Let's get
I
into
have
ghost
a
stories.
plethora of ghost stories.
I have
Off with that.
one or two
Yo, come
or
on.
three.
All right,
Dude,
Jesus,
I
tell
don't
yours.
like fucking around with that dude. You
Hey,
know
man,
Me,
You know how
I
I
have
was.
one ghost
Oh,
story
fuck
when
that,
I was a
dude.
kid. To start off from when I was
I
younger.
don't want to talk about this.
You
shit.
don't want to talk about ghost stories.
I fucking hate ghost
Are
stories.
you sure? Let me go. Let me
Hey,
do
too
one.
bad. We're stumbling into this
Let me
conversation.
do one ghost story. Just one ghost story. I was sleeping in my bed in the living room, and I saw a dead shark swimming on the roof of my house.
Sounds like an acid trip.
Yeah, it sounds like an acid trip. I thought it was like a dead shark with wounds on it and shit, swimming on top of on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and I got so scared.
Was the fin pointing downward?
No, it was the opposite side.
Oh,
you
it was
could
was
see the
belly.
stomach. You
saw
could see the
belly.
stomach. Yeah, you could see the belly of the shark with wounds on it, with the ribs coming out, just swimming there. And I thought it was real for all these years. Then I just thought, oh, it's just in my mind. It's just in your mind. The ghost stories are just in your mind. All right.
Yeah.
That's the only ghost story I'll go into.
Mhm.
Because we usually hang out at cemeteries with me and my other friends. We hang out in cemeteries and we have scary stories coming out from
You guys
there.
are fucked up.
Yeah, we love hanging out at cemeteries, Doc.
So, the house I grew up in,
Go ahead.
by the way, as a history point, I've known Martin since 1999.
1999.
I've known
That's
him
crazy.
since I was 6 years old.
Wow.
We grew up next door to each other. The
Woo,
house,
nice.
the house I grew up in
Go on.
was actually haunted because the
Really.
original owners had a bruja there, a fucking someone that practiced witchcraft in the
witch.
house.
Really,
They
a
actually-
person.
They actually practiced witchcraft in
Uh-huh.
the house.
Uh-huh.
So I know there's a lot of skepticals out there.
Skeptics.
Skeptics, thank you very
Go on.
much.
You're good. You're great.
And
You're fine.
they have their argument points, but I know what I saw. I
Argument
know what I
points.
heard.
This guy- go
Argument
on.
points.
Go on.
Arguing.
I got
With
my
the bullet-
I got
My
my
bad.
I got my
Actually-
I got my points.
Actually.
I got my
Anyways.
I got my
Go on.
argument points.
Go on,
Okay,
Westside. My
okay,
bad.
hold
My
on,
bad.
hold on.
I have some argument points.
Go
I
on.
have- actually, I have one. That's
Okay.
it. That's
Go
all.
Hold
on.
on,
I am so
hold
sorry.
on. So, I remember the first experience I've ever had in that house. I remember I was 6 years old. Finally moved into this new house after my mom and stepdad. We all moved from California.
Oh, you used to live in California?
I was born in Texas, but we moved to California when I was
Dude,
5.
that's nice. I've
So-
always wanted to go to California.
So we moved over here back to Texas.
This is cold.
Go on.
We moved back to Texas. We're living in this house, and fucking, I was asleep. I remember my stepdad was in Japan. He was.
Oh, wow. Nice.
He was in Japan because he was in the Navy. So
Hell
he was
yeah,
sent
dude.
out over there. My mom was in the computer room. She always left the hall light on for me because
The hall light from the hallway.
Yes, the
Okay.
hall light. Yeah,
The hallway
I,
light.
I was just fucking terrified of the dark for some
Uh-huh.
reason.
Go
And
ahead,
This
go
is
ahead.
my first time ever sleeping in a room by myself.
Okay.
Because I grew
Okay,
up
okay.
with just my mom and me in new fucking ways. At one point in the night, I happen to open my eyes and I see what looks like a black mist coming from the hallway into my room, and it then kind of blankets over me, and I see a lot of evil looking faces and red eyes, and they're all just laughing and shit, and I'm screaming for my mom, but nothing is
Coming out?
vocally coming out.
Nothing
at
is
all.
vocally coming out.
Vocally,
Okay.
verbally, I don't
Yeah,
fucking
sleep
know.
paralysis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sleep paralysis, I guess. And she finally comes running in.
That's like
and
it's
I'm
the moment
like-
between awake and asleep.
Yeah,
And
I
so
know.
you're
I
unconscious.
have a history of sleep
The
paralysis.
vape.
I know
Yeah.
what that is.
No, the vape.
So,
I got my throat cut
yeah.
from while I was sleep
Here you go.
paralyzed. And
So-
then
Thank you.
I couldn't breathe.
You couldn't breathe?
It was fucked up.
You had
That's
sleep
so
paralysis?
fucked
Fucked
up.
up.
So,
I
that
love
was-
sleep
that was my
paralysis
first-
story.
Because my body thought
that
it
was my
real.
first experience. Now, another
Go ahead.
experience I had.
Go to the bathroom.
the bathroom. Oh, go ahead, Martin. Go tinkle, baby.
Fucking say it,
Go
goddamn.
take a piss.
He's
Take a piss.
make peepees.
He doesn't like.
He's gonna make
He doesn't
peepees.
like anyone knowing that he has to go tinkle.
Okay,
Gotta
go
go
anyways.
ahead with your sleep paralysis
Another-
Gotta
story.
go potty.
Another experience I had. This wasn't a sleep paralysis experience.
Mhm,
It was.
mhm,
This is when my siblings were born. They took my old room.
Younger siblings.
Yeah, my younger. I'm the oldest.
Okay, just making
they
sure.
They took my old room because it was bigger.
It was bigger. Both of them did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went into the computer room. So I had my bed there. My computer's on the right side. I was not in a sleep paralysis. I woke up in the middle of the night to heavy footsteps walking in my room. It sounded like someone was wearing boots. It's like boom, boom, boom. But they were walking back and forth.
Was it a different room from your original room?
Yeah. And I had an experience in that room too. I had multiple experiences, any fucking ways.
Go on.
So I heard those footsteps for the longest time. What I would do each time I had a experience like that, I would just reach over and move the mouse to the computer.
The mouse to the computer.
So the screen could come on.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as the light to the screen came on, the noise stopped.
You don't want a straw?
What's this for? I got a
Your
beer.
straw.
Do you want to straw with your beer?
What should I? What's the next drink should I get? Because I wanted to drink a Ninja.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty fucking blitzed right now, actually.
And so, anyways,
You're good, Doug. You're good.
I woke up to that.
In 1 second because I'm almost done with it. That's
Oh, you're not done with- okay.
I woke up to that sound. I moved the mouse, and it's
Go
You
on.
know, it's fucking gone.
Yeah.
All right, cool, whatever. Mouse light. I mean,
To
the,
footsteps. You were waking up to footsteps.
Yeah, the footsteps.
Uh-huh.
And the screen goes dark, and then I started hearing someone dribbling a fucking basketball.
Dribbling
in my
a football.
room.
A basketball. Okay, my bad.
In my
I tried
room.
dribbling a football before. It's really tough.
It's really difficult. The angle of it.
It keeps bouncing away from me. I don't
Fucking
know why.
Fucking geometry. Anyways, now
Okay,
when
go
I
on.
was a kid, we had a basketball goal on my driveway, so I used to always play basketball when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, my bed was at least a foot away from my wall near the window. And what I used to do is I would leave my basketball behind my bed. So I'd get up in the morning, brush my teeth, get dressed, grab my ball, go outside and play. So when I woke up in the middle of the night again, hearing someone dribbling a
Did you
basketball.
ever become a pro basketball player?
Hell no. Why would you even ask that?
That was a joke.
I'm 27 years old.
I'm
You've known me all these fucking years. And you have the audacity to ask me if I became a fucking professional
Why'd you
basketball
practice
player.
all those years?
I didn't practice, bitch. I played for fun. Anyways. Fuck you, Solomon.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, my brother.
So, anyways, I woke up to the sound of someone dribbling a fucking basketball.
Yeah.
I reached behind my head, and I'm like, is someone fucking with my ball? So I reached behind my head, which is where the basketball is.
Yeah.
And as soon as I touch my basketball, the sound fucking stops.
Uh-huh.
The sound of someone dribbling a basketball fucking stops. And then my door opens and then closes from that point on. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to watch cartoons now. So
I'm gonna watch cartoons.
I just fucking stayed up watching TV until I couldn't stay awake anymore.
Damn.
So what's your argument against people that have ghost experiences?
All right. So
Fuck you! Ghost exist!
Fuck you.
So whenever you live in a house,
Yeah.
each house does have a certain like reverberation, like
Okay.
a volume or a frequency that kind of resonates throughout the house.
But I didn't live in an apartment.
No, in a house.
And then the piping wasn't
can-
that old either.
It can be either a house or an apartment. It doesn't really matter. It depends on the air conditioning or the pipes, but they can resonate from constant movement or from the air or from
That
the
is
water.
true. Yes.
So they resonate at a specific frequency that causes, and that specific frequency elicits fear within human beings because it resonates at a specific level that causes the fear hormone, which is I think
But how does it
Starts with
sound?
the
I
letter C.
understand that. I really do.
So the
but how does the
fear-
sound of a dribbling basketball or walking footsteps resonate with any of that?
No. So it causes hallucinations.
It causes hallucinations.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know
So
that.
it causes both auditory hallucinations and visual hallucinations.
So how about
So-
this?
so it-
continue.
So by the way, those incidents did happen while you were at night
yeah,
and while you were trying to sleep.
yeah,
So those are the most times when like it's most potent because
Yeah.
like you're more unconscious than you are conscious.
Yeah.
So whenever you're like completely awake or it's during the day, those things wouldn't happen because you have your serotonin all balanced and
yeah.
you're more aware of things, and so you're more connected with reality.
Mm-hmm.
And the fear response, it's not as prominent because at night everything's silent, everybody's quiet, there's no people outside, there's no outside. Yeah. Well, there's no outside noise causing other reverberations within the house.
Yeah.
So the only thing you do hear is the hum of the air conditioning
Mm-hmm.
or the piping or this or that. So it's more highly focused
Yeah.
during those times.
I mean, I completely do understand that. My thing is, and I know I'm sounding defensive about this, but I'm not trying to be defensive.
No, that's
It's more
that's
like,
the thing is like
I wish I had a better explanation or someone to explain to me why I
Yeah.
experience these things. Because even though that is a matter of fact, there's a lot of this crazy shit.
It doesn't describe what happened to you.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
it does is it does describe why you would feel something and why something would perceptibly
I understand,
see
I
something
see.
like that.
Well, what's crazy about it is like the multiple experience I have there wasn't only just like, I guess you can call them hallucinations,
Yeah.
both auditory and visually, but it was also like hearing a door open and close, and then hearing footsteps in the hallway or a TV turning on by itself, and then I understand that could maybe happen due to like old ass
Yeah.
wires or something.
It only
I
just
totally get that.
Yeah,
but
that's,
then
that's where I stopped. I was like, I only have one explanation.
yeah, but then
And then it stops right there because the
Like-
rest of it is like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
like-
dude.
like I'm never trying to like, you know, like oh I experienced this shit so it's fucking real or whatever. I experienced what I experienced. I still to this day don't understand.
Of course.
Understand it too well. Like where I'm currently living, I got nothing. I've grown up. I have a history from a young age to maybe not my mid, but like my early 20s.
Yes, your early 20s.
Of having sleep paralysis.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew this.
From a young age to my
Never
early
knew
20s.
this. I'm gonna go to the bathroom right quick.
I've always had sleep paralysis.
Uh-huh.
Cause I don't know, I just always had crazy ass fucking nightmares. But then that kind of brings me over to my this discussion of out of yeah, it fell out my pocket.
Oh, shit.
This brings me to my discussion about out of body experiences. You guys ever have y'all ever had that?
Yes.
An out of body experience? Martin,
All the
tell me
time.
about yours, please.
Nah, dude. So like, most of the time, whenever I'd have like those sleep paralysis moments, is like, I usually vision myself like trying to get up, like me physically trying to get up from my bed to wake up, but I feel so fucking heavy everywhere in my body, and when I get up, I feel myself trying to like I get out of my bed. And I'm like moving about in my house.
I know one trick
Yes.
for sleep paralysis.
What?
I know one trick.
Tell yourself
And
it's not real.
No, not that. Because
to
it's
God.
it's very difficult because during sleep paralysis you're very confused and you're trying to do something. The only thing that I've managed to figure out that you can do or that I can move while in sleep paralysis, you can move your feet.
So like
It's very weird.
Kind of like Kill Bill, like reels, like
Wiggle your big toe.
Wiggle your big toe.
You
Yeah.
can. So I jiggle my feet side to side, so left to right. So whenever I do that, the thing is like I try focusing on that. And I try moving my feet more and more.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of what it does is it shocks or it does it like it gets my system going to where blood starts circulating throughout my system, so that way it can push the chemicals or process those chemicals that cause sleep paralysis. And so I move it more and more, and then eventually I just kind of like I can start breathing on my own.
I never thought about that, man. Because like whenever
the thing is like it happens accidentally, and I figured it out accidentally. So
I never knew that because like I said, like I try to push myself like out of the bed, and I imagine myself like coming out of the bed and like I'm going through my house, like trying to figure out, I was like, hey, I'm finally awake. But then like when I realize it, next thing you know it, boom, I'm still in my bed, like still asleep, paralyzed. I'm just like,
one time I got
what the fuck? Wake the fuck up!
One time I got dressed and went all the way to school, and then woke up in my bed again. So it was so fucked up. I was like, God damn it!
Man, I remember the last sleep paralysis I've ever experienced was when I was living in Spring with my ex from high school. Both of us were sleeping next to each other in bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night. The closet door was open, and I just saw like some shadowy figure coming out and crawling on the ceiling, and then coming towards me. I was like, "Oh fuck!" So what I did in my paralysis was I tried rolling over, and then like pushing myself with my feet to grab my girlfriend at the time and shake her awake to be like, "Hey, help me! Let me know it's a dream so I can wake up from this shit." And it didn't work.
It didn't work.
I just had to experience it to the fullest.
Yeah.
To the fullest.
And I woke up in a fucking sweat.
I'm back, baby.
Hey.
Went outside and smoked a cigarette. It was like 3 in the fucking morning.
Smoking a cig.
Yeah, but I haven't had sleep paralysis in years, and I'm thankful
Yeah.
for that because that shit's fucking. It sucks, dude.
It sucks.
It really sucks. I'm glad I don't
Martin.
have them.
Woo-wee. There you go, boy.
God damn, this is actually the most I've drank in a while. Like,
Really?
okay,
It's been a while.
there was a moment in my life, and Martin can tell y'all this story. And this is the first time I saw Solomon after fucking 3.5 years.
You were very drunk?
No, I was straight edge.
Oh, you were straight edge.
I didn't drink, smoke,
Solomon?
anything for 3.5 years when I was with my ex from high school. And we split, and I started drinking, and I moved back to Pasadena from Spring.
Leave it open. Leave it open.
Yeah, so we can get some more circulation of air.
Yeah.
It's kind of stuffy. So anyways, Martin and my friend David, a mutual friend of ours, hit me up.
David,
Like, hey
Korea.
man, we're going out. Come hang out with us. We're going to drink. I was like, yeah, that's great. I remember Martin and David
Running
got
like
me.
a big shot.
Martin and
My bad,
David.
go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. Martin and David got me so fucked up that night. I like fell asleep at the bar table, and the bartender constantly came like, "Hey man, get up, get up! You can't fall asleep here."
Hey man, get up! This
I remember
guy.
when Solomon came up. He didn't see me at first. He was just drinking and talking with David and Martin. He sees me. He's like, "Oh shit, it's Izzy! Come here, boy. Let me suck your dick." That was the first thing he said to me.
Let
Like,
me
"Come here, let me
suck you
your dick."
off, motherfucker.
That's fucking funny.
So
I don't remember. That
buddy.
does sound like me though.
the last thing I
That
remember
sounds like me.
is I went to the bathroom, fucking puked my guts out, went out for one last drink.
Oh my God.
And the fellas were like, we're gonna
The
stay
fellas.
here. We're gonna stay here until the bar closes, and that bar, which is the pub on Fairmont,
Oh shit.
they
Oh,
stay
really?
they stay open until 2 a.m. At this
The
moment,
Republic House?
No,
or
no,
that
the
sports
pub.
bar?
It's the
The
pub. It's
pub.
on Fairmont and Burke.
yeah, it's called the pub.
It's called The Pub.
The
You know-
pub.
The pub.
Okay, I've never
pub.
been to it.
You know,
Yeah.
okay, so Fairmont and Burke, where the Pizza Hut is.
Yeah.
It's like right next to it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
right-
Okay,
It was,
okay.
it was
Very
like
close
it
to
was
it.
like 12:30,
All right.
going to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Shit,
was
let's
tra-
go.
They were my ride too. I was telling them like, hey
Really?
man, I was like, hey man, I'm out. I can't continue. I gotta go. And so they were like, hey man, we're gonna stay here drinking until it closes. So I was like, okay, let me
Yeah.
go in the car
Milk stout.
and let me just fucking pass out. So they're like, okay, yeah, here's the keys. I think it was your car, Martin. Back
That's
when you
pretty
had
good.
that
I like
Pontiac.
this.
When I had my Pontiac.
Yeah.
Martin.
I like this more than I like
Martin,
this,
you alright?
Really?
Because this is
Is it that beer?
this has a lot of flavor.
Stinks, bro.
Give me that. Give me that.
It has
Smell
a
it.
lot of
Smell
flavor in it.
Give me that.
There you go.
I'll drink it. It's so good.
What that fucking whatever
This
that
guy,
is.
this
fucking
guy. It's
awesome.
ginger beer.
Give it some. This motherfucker.
Literally
loves
ginger,
so much.
beer.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
ginger beer.
Sorry.
You didn't like it?
I feel as if
very-
Buddha
It's
just
ginger
fucking
ninja.
came in my
Exactly.
mouth right now.
Came in your mouth.
That's exactly what it is. Buddha fucking came in your mouth.
Anyways,
Ooh, so good. Go on.
I remember I went to Martin's car. He told me, just go in my car, take a nap. I got in your driver's seat.
Yeah.
I got in Martin's driver's seat. I made it inside, door hanging open. I fell out the car,
Oh my gosh.
puked
That's
all
right.
over the
That's right.
over the concrete, and I fell asleep hanging out the car. And I wake up to Martin and David just like, hey, are you okay?
Are you
Are you
okay?
good? I'm like, can y'all take me home?
I gotta go home right now.
But man, I this is the most I've drank in a good while.
In a while? In a good while? Go ahead,
I don't want to say in a
Yeah.
while, but like I don't drink much anymore. I try to like tone it down a bit.
Yeah, you told me, Doug. You told me.
But I like to hang out and just have a good time.
course.
This fucking
Yeah,
guy
hang
closed
out.
the door.
Woo!
Dos X, puto.
Tú quieres un 2X.
Sí, güey, pásame un 2X.
Sí,
no seas
güey.
mamón,
Voy
cabrón.
Gotta take
voy
a
a
piss.
pasar un 2X.
Ay, Jesus.
En español, nosotros somos puros mexicanos. Somos parte mexicanos.
No parte, güey. Soy puro mexicano.
Tú eres puro mexicano, yo también, pero estos dos no son. Estos
No.
son medio y medio, ¿sí?
Sí, medio y medio.
Medio. This is our Spanish portion of the podcast.
Solomon es medio negro y medio
Medio
mexicano.
negro.
Well, that's how you say it.
Yeah,
in
I know
Spanish,
that's how
man.
you say it.
So
I'm
medio
just trying to
negro,
make sure.
medio mexicano.
Solomon es medio negro, medio mexicano. Y
medio
Israel,
negro
medio negro
y medio mexicano.
y medio mexicano. Y Israel,
Israel es medio blanco,
medio blanco y
y
medio mexicano.
Ujú.
Sí, en español no hablamos mucho porque yo no sé cómo.
Sí, exactamente. Usted no sabe tanto, pero yo sí.
No.
No,
Estamos
no.
explanando. We're
Estamos
explaining.
explicando.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes. Thank you.
Explicando.
Explicando.
Explicando
Go ahead.
las comunidades del
El pinche puto, I
El
need
pinche
comida
puto.
right now.
God damn, bro. That's fucking stereotypical.
Yo
right
necesito
there.
comida.
He literally did like that.
You playing the ukulele? Fuck yeah. Play me some riffs, boy. Play me some riffs on that ukulele.
He don't know the riffs, man. He
Oh,
doesn't know the chords
then
on
pass it
that.
to him. Then pass it to him.
He
Let
knows
me
one song.
play
I
me
know
some good
two
shit.
songs. I know 2 songs.
You know 2
Actually, I
songs.
know 3 songs.
Okay.
Oh shit! Do you know?
Let me see.
Do you know a Rebecca Sugar song?
Rebecca
You know I
Sugar.
know that Rebecca Sugar.
Do you?
Sí,
But
en
do
español
you?
no hablamos mucho porque no se
Hola,
sabe.
yo soy Israel. Reina, let's
No,
go.
I've never heard you speaking Spanish.
All right. So I learned, like, whenever I ended up buying a ukulele,
Yeah.
I ended up learning, like, the first song I learned was Rebecca Sugar song from Steven Universe.
Oh, nice.
From the opening?
No, not the opening. Like,
Oh.
the opening, I remember the chords, but I don't know how to play it completely.
Uh-huh.
But, like, so the first song, like, the one that really stuck to me was Giant Woman. I don't know if you
Mhm.
ever heard it. It goes,
No.
all I wanna do is see you turn into a
Mhm.
giant woman. Giant woman. All I wanna see is turn into something into to see a giant woman.
And that's not the opening.
Martin, I gotta say, you're very talented with the bass, but when it comes to the ukulele, you're shit.
It's all right. Like the one song like I've been like really practicing is
Dude, nobody's good with a ukulele.
Yeah, nobody's
The only person, there's only one person that's good, and it's the somewhere over the
is-
rainbow guy.
It's only Samoans.
No, it's
Yes.
it's Israeli Ikamombo.
Yeah,
That's his name.
his name is
¿Qué
Israel.
dijo?
Don't quote me on that.
No,
Don't
his
quote
name-
me
his
on
name
that.
is-
Quote of the
Yeah.
I don't
podcast.
know
Don't
what
quote me on that.
Israeli. It's Israeli.
Rest in peace, Israeli.
Yes.
Really?
Because he died.
He already passed away.
He's passed
Oh,
away.
that ninja
So-
beer. So good.
So like
Go ahead.
I ended up learning this one song like by this band I love so much. Their name is
What?
called Los Retros.
Oh.
So like the retros, Los Retros, like
Los
These
Retros?
guys, yeah, Retros. These
Okay.
guys, or this guy is like so fucking awesome. So like, really like it's just like goes in like this note, like it's just like. Yeah.
Nice.
Wake up, stay alone. Yes. I know it's terrible.
You want me to sing it?
In
How's
the
it?
morning.
With no one at my side. Could it be I've waited too long?
Waited too long.
You fellas ever got an erection around
Waiting for the lucky one. Yes. My sweetheart, where are you?
You know.
I need
I
someone
love it.
to spend my
Go on.
time with.
And share all my life. So, you know, I don't know, man. It's just, it's. I'm too drunk for this. Like, I can't perform it. Like, I've
No,
gotten the
you
hang
good,
of it.
Doug? It sounds good.
I've gotten the hang of it, but like, it's just.
It's pretty
You
good.
need
He needs more drink.
No,
Need
'cause,
some
like,
more alcohol
I
in you.
can't.
You should learn Somewhere Over the Rainbow, though.
Oh, like so that one goes. Something like, and then like the G major. So like I forget most of the chords, but like this is literally the first song I learned. And I was like, somewhere over the rainbow,
Way up high.
there's
The dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby.
Oh, somewhere over the rainbow. You know, I can't remember the chords completely, but just
Do you guys remember?
I like it.
I'm sorry to
yeah, no, that's fine.
interrupt
You're
like
fine. You're
that.
fine.
You good, Doug?
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
You hit my elbow. Ow! With the ukulele.
You bitch!
I don't know. You know, that song just reminds me, obviously, of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
Of course.
When she's singing that song. You know,
Fucking dude,
what?
I'm gonna talk about this, but as a storyteller, you
Go
know,
on.
like, I like movies like Wizard of Oz, and
Yeah.
I actually like one of my favorite stories of all time was Alice in Wonderland, because like it's kind of like one of the pinnacles of like stories, because it's a story about like how people don't care who you are. They're really all about themselves. And then like whenever she smokes with the fucking caterpillar, he's like, yo, nobody's gonna fucking give a shit. like you should just chill and just fucking have a great time doing whatever. And that kind of taught me about life, because the thing about life is like everybody's doing their own thing, and it's sort of fun to just do your own thing while everybody's doing their own thing. And then just kind of hang out and enjoy the madness of it, just because
Enjoy
it's
the
fun. Right?
craziness.
It's like, and so whenever she goes to the tea party, they're like, "Hey, it's our unbirthday. Fuck it, let's just have fun and do whatever." And then she's like, "Y'all are rude." And then they're like, "Fuck it, we don't give a fuck." And then they kind of like taunt her and they make fun of her. And then she's like, "Well, I'm just gonna walk away. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm gonna walk away." And then she like turns back a few times at the Mad Hatter and the Rabbit. And the Mad Hatter and the Rabbit, they're too busy doing their own thing to notice that she's walking away. And it's like, it's kind of like, that kind of made me realize like, people aren't going to like, if you don't want to be wherever you are, people are going to still keep doing the thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes me think like, also, yeah, Alice is also doing the thing that she's doing. And then it turns out that the dude that wrote that story is he wrote it about a little girl who lived next door named Alice, but he was like also sexually abusing that girl, and then that ruined the whole story for me. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what to do with myself because I put that story in such high praise.
And then he molested that girl.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, and he did a bunch of fucking opium and shit, and I'm like,
Jesus.
oh,
Opium and other
was-
shit that drug.
Yeah,
he was
he was-
high when he did that book, didn't he? Wasn't he?
yeah, he did.
So did what's his face? One of the most
Woody
repressed-
Allen, fucking Elvis Presley,
Gonzo.
Steven. No.
Gonzo,
I'm fucking around.
Gonzo SSM, the
Gonzo.
fucking Black Sunshine guy.
Yeah, I'm fucking around. For a moment in my life, one of my favorite authors was Charles Bukowski.
Bukowski?
Bukowski.
Bukowski?
Yeah.
I'm still into Bukowski a little bit.
I haven't even given you that book that I have. Hammer and Rye.
Pulp, yeah.
And Pulp. I have Pulp
Pulp.
as well.
Dude,
yeah.
I thought your favorite author would
HP?
Yeah, HP.
I love HP. HP is the godfather of
Like
cosmic horror. Yeah.
And he turned out to be racist.
And
Fucking-
he was racist.
Oh, Lovecraft?
But in his last
Yeah.
days,
Talking about
before-
Lovecraft?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but in
Lovecraft.
his last days of before dying from I think it was stomach cancer, because all he ate was canned beans.
Yeah.
Really?
That's all he ate was canned beans.
We had a good heart.
and he farted a lot.
He farted a lot.
But he definitely was a racist. He was a xenophobe. This was back in the 1920s when Italians and Irish and other people were coming in to the east in New York and Rhode Island and New Jersey. So
In the day.
yeah, he was definitely a xenophobe for that, and his stories are about that. They really are. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, Doc.
So, he's one of my favorite authors as well. I mean, he inspired Stephen King. He inspired
as a black
John
dude.
Carpenter.
As a black dude.
As a black dude,
Go on.
I
This is,
forget.
hold on, before you continue, I just want to say this is my first
As a
time
black
ever
dude.
that you have used the sentence as a black dude.
As a black dude.
Because-
Solomon himself.
I don't know if
Solomon as a black
I
dude.
don't know if
with-
this has been
I
discussed.
do it with the utmost ironic.
I don't know if this has been
Respect.
discussed.
At the
Utmost
utmost
respectful
respect.
irony.
But Solomon is black and Mexican.
He's
Yes.
black and Mexican.
But he's
And
also
mixed
the
race
most
motherfucker.
racist person I'm fucking.
and Native American. A little bit.
Solomon.
Oh, you're Native American too. Nice.
25% Cherokee.
So
anything you do against the Cherokees is against me.
Solomon-
You
I
get
don't
a pass.
appreciate
You get
that
the
at all.
pass. Doc, the pass.
Solomon is what you would call a chocomil, but the thing
Un
about
chocomil.
yeah, chocomil, bro.
What is
He's
that?
like chocomil Aztecan warrior, brother. So
I don't know
what the fuck you're talking about.
You're a Just how I like it, bro.
You're a
Just
chocolate
how I like it.
Aztecan warrior.
But the thing
I
is
like
like
it, I like
but,
it.
But the thing
I
is
like it like that.
you're more like more brown than like black
Yeah.
black, really like darker black.
Yeah, I thought you were
Darker
Mexican the
black.
first time I saw you, boy.
I am, yeah. Dude,
And then I saw your hair.
Some Arabian people think I'm Arabian. Like,
Really?
anybody who's
Dude,
brown,
you don't
they're
look
like,
People think
hey,
I'm Samoan.
Dude,
People
Martin
think
looks
I'm
more
Samoan, for
Arabian
fuck's
than
sake.
you
No,
do.
no.
Because of my beard.
Okay, when I look at
because
you-
of my beard, I
His
look
beard
more
and head,
Arabian.
he looks more Arabian than
so
you.
I hear your name is Jesus.
Jesus.
So I'm like, you're Mexican.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But like when I see you, I'm like, I wish you were Samoan.
I wish you were Samoan.
Honestly,
This
same
guy.
here. I
Samoans
wish you were
are
actually
just swollen
Samoan.
Mexicans.
yeah.
Freaking Maui and shit.
Yeah,
Maui,
dude.
Maui.
I was like, yeah. You should get
Maui,
tattoos.
wow.
Get
Maui.
tattoos, get
The
the
tribal
Samoan
tattoos.
tattoos, tribal
Yeah.
tattoos. This guy.
You should get the
Get
traditional,
get some like Maui tattoos, bro.
the traditional way. Though.
I'll pay for them if I have to.
I'll pay for them.
I'll pitch in.
This guy.
Well, dude, we'll do a whole video on it.
Man, you know that's kind
Getting
of
Samoan tattoo.
it's kind
Nice.
of funny because like
All
I'm a complete mutt.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm a complete mutt. I'm white and Mexican and Spaniard, and I got Irish blood and
Oh, wow,
Spaniard
dude.
blood.
Yeah.
So when people like to
Oh,
ask
wow.
me, when people ask me like, "Oh, what's your ethnicity?"
I'm like,
background?"
everything.
I'm just like, "Oh, I'm a mess."
Almost everything. I'm pretty much everything.
Dude, so like,
I'm a pile of filth on
I'm
the
a
floor.
pretty
much everything.
So like,
I'm a bar rag that got left on the floor.
Pretty much. I'm just I'm a condom just tossed into the in the alleyway of Chicago.
You're everything.
I'm
You're
not even,
everything.
I'm
Boy.
not even sure I was supposed to be born.
Dude, honestly, like, so like, I would never like feel offended whenever you like make like racist Mexican jokes towards me.
She's like, you're part Mexican.
No. Even if he wasn't like part Mexican, the fact that he was my friend, like from the get go,
He
from the
gets
start.
the pass.
No, it's not. It's not
Here's
about
a-
getting the
here's a
pass.
story.
Okay,
It's
go
just
on.
That he was my friend.
He was the friend. He was
Yo,
the good guy.
When I first met Martin, he didn't speak any English.
Exactly.
He spoke-
Really?
He
Nothing
spoke
but Spanish.
nothing but.
No way.
Okay,
I
so-
never met him like that.
So his brother Michael, I've known Michael since he was like 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Michael
You're right.
was 3, 4 years old when I met Martin.
Go on.
That motherfucker big.
Yeah.
This is a big
Michael
boy.
is big.
That's a big
So,
boy.
whenever-
Hell yeah.
He was kind of fat. That was the thing.
He's kind of fat. this guy.
Michael was born fat. That
Yeah,
was the
he
thing.
was a chubby ass little kid. back
Yeah.
then. So, anyways, when I first met Martin, he spoke nothing but Spanish. I met him with that white kid, Kenneth. Remember
Yeah, Kenneth, like right across the street.
Kenneth.
Yeah.
And we used to all play together, but he never. Yeah, that's the whitest fucking name, isn't it?
That is the
Kenneth?
whitest name I've ever heard.
Kenneth is the whitest name I've ever heard.
I can picture him with glasses and
No,
he
here's
did
the
have
best-
glasses.
a pocket
Here's the
protector
best part.
with pens in it.
He did have glasses. He had a fucking blonde bowl haircut and blue eyes. The
Yeah.
whitest kid ever.
Yeah, it was the whitest kid ever.
So, anyways, I would go knock on this guy's
Hitler
door.
would have loved him.
Hitler would have loved him, this guy.
I would knock on this guy's doors and his parents would answer, speaking nothing but Spanish. Back then, his mom and dad didn't know English either. And I'd be like, hey, is Martin here? Does Martin want to play outside? Or like, it's
Martin.
Martin? Okay. And they go and get Martin. And he just comes up.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
And I'm like,
Hola, ¿cómo
yeah.
estás?
And I'm just like, hey man, you want to play baseball? Or do you want to jump on a trampoline or something? And he's just like he didn't fucking understand me at all. And
the only
I came to his house with a baseball bat, a baseball, and a glove, and I'm like, do you want to play? You want to play with this shit?
The only English I was ever exposed to was Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Carson Network?
Cartoon.
The main
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
The main Cartoon Network show that
Ed.
I learned the most. Yes.
Ed and
was
Eddie.
Ed
and
Eddie. That's
Eddie?
where I
Wow.
learned most of my English from.
Yeah.
Ed boys!
Yep, Ed boys.
Yeah.
And even the
You dare mock the son of a shepherd?
And so even
shepherd.
the one where the Monkey Boys episode was like whenever they're doing the weird noise
He used to do that.
yeah, I would do that.
Now, Evie, what Martin and I used to do is
That's fucking
Martin,
awesome.
I'm so sorry.
Martin and I used to have, we both had Nintendo 64. So either he would borrow my games
Or
I would borrow his games. All his games are in Spanish. I didn't know. There was one game. Okay, there was a Japanese game.
Okay, so there was a Japanese game,
And then there was another game that was in total fucking Spanish.
Okay. So that was Mischief Makers. But
Yes.
you could always change it to English.
I didn't know how to fucking do it because I couldn't read. Bitch, I was 7 years old. Fuck you.
That's fucking funny.
Mischief Makers is like the most anime fucking video game
that
ever.
game was fucking crazy.
and it was so good, dude.
Half the time
you
when-
need to play Mischief Makers.
Half the time when I would go to Martin's and we were playing games, if you put on Mischief Makers, it was just me watching him because
Dude,
I didn't know what to do.
It was so fun, and I didn't understand the complete mechanics of it until later on, because you can on the C buttons. You can
Which is
dash,
the yellow buttons,
but
yeah.
you can dash faster with the control pad. I didn't know that until figured I was like, oh shit, you can dash faster with the control pad. I was like, what
It's always cool whenever you like go back to an old video game. You're like, man, I was playing this wrong the whole time.
Exactly.
I could have been so better,
dude. And that's how Mischief Makers was. Like, even the boss fights were so fucking fun, dude.
Yeah,
It's like they were intricate and they were like complex. Because like if you didn't know what to do in those like boss fights, you couldn't beat them. You couldn't beat them.
I remember like I used to go to this guy's house so much. And I would ask him, like, can I get a drink? Can I get a snack? He'll be like, yeah, man, go ahead.
They're like, yeah, we got Dos Equis, we got Bud Light in the fridge.
Those Hornitos inside the freezer. Don't forget about that. Anyways, like, I would get, like, a water.
You ever
or a
try
snack,
Jaeger with Dr. Pepper?
or I would, like,
Motherfucker.
That's like the best thing ever.
I was
dude.
always, like, at Martin's house. Like, it was just me and Martin, or me, Martin, and Nathan, or me and Nathan. Which is someone else that was in the neighborhood with us.
I miss Nathan, but like,
man, he's
moved
doing
on.
good.
Yeah,
he's doing
moved
good.
on.
So anyways, every time I would go to Martin's, I didn't know what this meant back then, but Martin explained it to me. But his parents, both his mom and dad, would always be like, "Pinche Michael."
No, pinche güero, like always
Pinche
coming
güero,
over.
yeah, like pinche güero, pinche Michael, which
Yeah,
is
he's
like
always
fucking
coming
kid.
over, like,
yeah.
Pinche güero? They
Yeah.
told you
Yeah,
pinche
yeah.
güero?
Yeah, dude.
It's like, why the fuck is he coming over so much?
They had an issue with me going to hang out with them all the time. They'd be like, this fucking white kid is always over here.
This fucking white kid? What the fuck?
Hey, I'm not kidding. That's how they were. Like they always, and they were like, Hay's like, so why is this motherfucker always coming over here so much? It's like,
What this
he's my
motherfucker?
friend. Like, what the
He's
fuck?
fucking
dude?
bored.
Yeah,
Shut the
dude.
fuck up. We're
He's
trying to hang
bored.
out.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm trying to hang out with you.
Trying to masturbate.
Oh, whoa.
I like fucking bitches and getting paid.
But like, I remember when this guy was in
shit.
choir? No, not choir. Orchestra. Orchestra. I remember there'd be moments where I would wake up in the middle of the night because I used to go to sleep at fucking 9 o'clock because, you know, sleep schedule.
Yeah.
This guy would be practicing on his cello
Bass.
and his bass, and his brother, I think at the time, Michael was playing an instrument too. Wasn't it the
Violin.
trumpet or the violin? or
Violin.
something? Yeah. I would wake up in the middle of the night, go over, hey! It's being too fucking loud! And then it'll just play louder. Sometimes, especially when me and Martin started smoking, I would just go and
Oh, dude, that was like what?
knock on his window like, hey, bud, you want to smoke a bowl? He's like, yeah. But hold on,
Yeah, man.
my parents are awake.
Dude, that's junior year. That was like tremendously junior year because
That's
like
fucking funny.
I didn't start smoking till like junior year. I would hang out with Eric and Alex. Then when we had like their first band, it was called Plague.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I miss Plague, but like we didn't do anything. We tried to like do some covers, but we never did anything.
It never
Yeah.
moved on, but from Plague, he went to Crimson Void.
And then the Crimson Void like
they're doing
just
good.
started from
They're
that,
doing
and I
great.
love them for that.
Yeah.
And then so me and Izzy like we just hang out a lot. And like I think the first time I ever smoked
Was
weed
at the ditch.
Yeah, at the ditch with
Dude,
Eric and
Fucking,
Izzy.
we made a bottle pipe, a plastic bottle pipe,
And I learned from it, and I kept smoking from like a plastic bottle.
and then he bought himself a pipe.
Fuck, dude. You know, like if you smoke from a plastic bottle,
It's
you
bad,
get
yes.
you get some of the fucking
Yeah.
fumes from the bottle.
Yeah, we know.
It's not good for you.
We used to smoke out of bottles. We smoked out of Coke cans. We made a gravity bong with
Oh,
a 2-liter.
Dude, that's fucking
We
cool.
once got a Gatorade bottle, drilled a hole into it, and made a bong.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's pretty
whenever I
cool.
went to go to Alex's house, they had this one pipe, like this wooden pipe. It was
it
called The Wall.
Yep.
The Wall. They call it The Wall after Pink Floyd's The Wall song.
Of
So like
course.
the reason why it was called The Wall is like it was a huge bowl, and you smoked it out of like a trumpet's like end piece,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so like that wall, like, you could smoke it all the way through, and once it gets to the hole,
Which
where,
is
like,
the
it started
wall.
off, that was the wall. That's where it hit the hardest because it would burn all the way down.
Yeah.
And that was the wall. I remember the
Goddamn,
first
dude.
time ever smoking that wall.
Yeah.
Fucked you up.
It fucked
Yeah,
me
for
up.
real.
It was the best fucking feeling ever.
Who's calling you?
Uh,
Alright, time out
my
real quick.
sister.
Go
Time
ahead.
out. Time out. Okay. Sweetheart, are you
my
getting
God.
back into bed?
Sweetheart, this guy.
My dick is out.
I didn't
My thing is out. This guy. Woo! Oh my god.
I remember you, Jesus, from high school.
Yeah, we were in Mrs. Zogby's class together, right?
Zogby was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't
that's one of my
since high school.
That's my favorite teacher. I actually reached
she was
out.
great.
She was awesome. I reached out to her a few times.
She knew how to talk to people.
She did. But
that's what I loved about
you were
her.
in football, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you were in football. That's the memory I have of you. I remember there was one moment in time, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had long hair.
Yes.
And your hair was curly or kind of
I had
wavy.
long hair.
Yeah, that was back when you were in football. I remember that shit. That's all I have of you. Good to see you again, Jesus.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is the first time you've been in my room. Do you like it?
I like all the collection of pops you have.
All the Funko Pops?
I love that Dark Souls 2 figure that you have.
Dude, I had to get it.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
That's
the first
fucking
time
awesome.
Dark Souls ever released a collector's edition.
Mm-hmm. And, man, it's great seeing you, dude. I've always wondered about you. Martin told me that you guys hang out and shit. It's great to fucking see you.
High five, motherfucker.
High five, bitch.
It's been a while.
And, man, you guys ever, like, have moments on this podcast where you feel like, that was pretty corny?
All the time.
Yes.
Ball, like Jesus remembers, like I literally hyperextended my knee or my ankle, if anything. Yeah, no, my knee actually. And fucking Coach Stewart, cause like you remember how me and you like during 8th grade, like we made like that pact of like
Which
like
I totally
join football together, right?
Yeah.
But like you had your accident, and you got
I was hit by
up.
a car.
Yeah, he was hit by a car.
I was hit by a car.
So like, and he also had like a blood cloth, like right in his lung.
I had blood clots in my lung. Yeah.
Exactly. So he couldn't join football. So like that motivated me even more to join football. And so
Let me go to the bathroom.
and so like is even further into it. But like I ended up hyperextending my knee. Coach Stewart fucking, making fun of me. He's just like, hey Juarez, who am I? Oh, that kind of bullshit. That's from the last podcast.
Stewart was a dick though, man.
Yeah, Stewart was a fucking
was a
dick. But again, it's all camaraderie because like he was just like trying to motivate us. But like
it was negative reinforcement.
it reminded him of like just like the older like times of like when he was in high school.
I remember when I was after being struck by that car, I was so like really fucking depressed because when I was hit by the car, I broke my left hip popped out of the socket of the pelvis.
Mm-hmm.
My right ankle broke, so I can't do anything. I wasn't in crutches, I was in a wheelchair, so I was just bedridden in a wheelchair, fucking sad all the time because I couldn't like do anything. I remember like this dude and Benny, and it was just you and Benny, my cousin, and my old friend Brandon that always came over. Like these guys always came to my house and hung out. And one of the greatest memories I still have, this dude, I don't know what he did, but he gathered up a lot of money to pre-order me Halo ODST.
Ah, dude.
And then
and I got Sergeant Slaughter, the download
Johnson.
court.
Johnson.
I thought it was
Sergeant Johnson.
Sergeant Johnson? I thought it was
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter.
No, that you're thinking of wrestling, my friend.
My bad.
Which is also a great guy too.
Sergeant Johnson, the black guy.
Yeah, the black guy from
For the firefight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, for firefight.
He pre-ordered me ODST, and every day he came over, and all we did was play firefight on my Xbox.
And he'd be Sergeant Johnson, not just be like the extra like soldier.
Yeah, I was always Sergeant Johnson. because
Dude,
I was a kid.
ODST was so hard to the point
ODST
it's like
was so fucking
your
difficult.
life, like, your health does not regenerate.
Because you're not a Spartan, you're just a regular ass soldier.
Yeah.
And that game was honestly, ODST was fucking great.
It
Oh,
actually
yeah.
It was a
is,
great
yeah.
fucking game. Besides Halo 3, ODST and Halo Reach are by far my favorite fucking Halo games. Halo 4,
Yeah.
Halo 5, bleh, like
Yeah.
Halo 5 I didn't enjoy it as much. There was one point in my life, and for any of the viewers, I don't know if you guys ever discussed this, but all of us are like in our late 20s or mid 20s. Martin, you're 26 years old.
Yeah.
Solomon, you're 25.
Yes, he is.
25.
Not
I'm 20.
until-
I'm
not
turning
until
20.
August, my friend.
Yeah, August. We're gonna do something too.
We're gonna take
And
him
I'm-
to the Primus concert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So,
Oh.
anyways,
Hey, Solomon. By the way, they didn't cancel the Primus concert. My bad.
Promise is still coming to Houston.
It's still coming to Houston.
Tell me they canceled.
No,
I thought
they
they did.
rescheduled.
I thought they did, but they rescheduled it
Yeah.
actually.
So we're going to Primus for your birthday month.
I was about to
So
say-
anyways,
I was like, what
like-
the fuck?
Like all of us are in
'Cause-
our mid 20s.
Because not only is
late
it
20s. I'm turning
Yeah.
28 this year, and I forgot the point I was getting to. ADHD, man. I get distracted. People start talking about other shit, and now I fucking forget. Can anyone remind me at all? Can anyone fucking?
Benny,
I guess
just
what I
go
was
ahead and
trying to
talk.
get to is like, you know, we're all old and grown up already, and you know, we're trying to like me personally, I'm trying to
technically, dude. The weird thing is that I don't feel any different.
You don't.
Not really.
I don't either because okay.
I feel like the
here's-
same person.
All right, so here's the thing.
Because I've only been me the whole
I
time
realized
I've
this
been in
with
my
hanging
life.
out with Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's a great fucking guy. He's very responsible. He has his own fuck. I don't want to.
He's
speak his
also very
business, but
insecure.
I don't want to speak his business, but you know he's doing very well for himself.
Yes.
Now I was hanging out with him, and all we did was talk, drink beer, and watch Dragon Ball Super. And,
Surprising.
And while doing that, I was like, man, this is the same shit I do. I fucking smoke weed or I'll drink beer. And if I'm not playing games, I'm watching cartoons. I'm 27, turning 28 this fucking year. And I don't feel any different at all. I feel like an adult. I do handle my responsibilities. I work a job. I try to take care of everything I have to take care of. But at the end of the day, I like to do the same shit I used to do at the age of fucking 12, 15, 16. Watching cartoons, eating a bowl of cereal. And just having a good time.
You'll realize like the people who were before us, the generation before us, they do the same shit. They watch the TV shows that they used to watch when they were
Yeah.
kids. They listen to the same music that they fucking listen to. They watch the same movies or some shit. I mean, to an extent. And yeah, it's like what you unless you like actively try growing as a person into new things won't really come to you because it's like we love the things we love, and it's like getting into a new thing. Usually they say it's like the birth of a new person within you is usually like a tough and painful process.
It can be at times depending on what it is.
I did that unconsciously. I started doing that unconsciously.
Oh, there's a hole in there.
But it mainly has to do with and it actually fucked me over a little bit.
No, there's no hole.
No, you're right. You're right. Go on.
Because like I started getting into classical music.
Classical
and-
is like Beethoven, Mozart kind of shit.
Yeah, that
That shit's great.
specifically
though. I like that stuff.
specifically a guy called Giuseppe Tartini.
Hey,
Nice.
I know that guy.
I never heard of him.
Giuseppe Tartini.
Yeah.
He had a dream one day, and it was the devil who basically it was a sleep paralysis dream, and the devil came to him in a sleep paralysis dream and started playing him a song on a fiddle, and he said it was the most fucking beautiful thing he'd ever heard, to the point where he actually wrote a piece
Wow.
to that moment.
Can you tell me what the name of that?
The Devil's Trill.
I think I have heard it, but I don't recall the musician's name.
Giuseppe Tartini.
Yeah, like I mean, I know it
Yeah.
now, but I think I've
Um,
heard the title of that song.
But
Have you considered?
I also started listening to Ennio Morricone, Who's
the freaking like
spaghetti western.
western like composer of like
Yeah.
I don't want to call him the century because like even after the 21st
song
century like he still goes on.
Hey, yo,
from
back, Jesus.
from
in the bathroom a while.
from
the
western
good, the good and the bad and ugly.
western movies.
Yeah,
You know, that's Ennio Morricone.
yeah.
Oh,
So I started listening to a lot of his compositions, and like
And he's,
same thing that happened with blues whenever I was in high school. So like I started listening to the blues, but the thing is like, and also the same thing with jazz. There's always this weird thing with like whenever you're getting into something new, the initial period of you trying to get into the thing that's new is always like it's always painful for some reason. It's always like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey,
I don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
Did you ever?
And the thing is that like after like a few listens, then I'm like,
I get it.
yeah. And like, and I'm just going with it, and it's fucking. It's fun as fuck.
Did you ever get into the composer I told you about, Gustav Holst?
Gustav Holst.
Yeah, with the planets.
Nah.
With
Oh no, yeah, you told me he
he composed the planets.
he did like
which is,
Jupiter and
like,
Mercury and
Mercury, Venus, the Jupiter. Jupiter, honestly, my favorite.
Nah, I stopped. Nah, I haven't.
Honestly,
It's weird, but I stopped listening to music for some reason. And I just start fucking listening to
that's
music
one
again.
that's one composer I recommend. Like his whole movement of the planets, it's one of the most inspirational ones because like that's actually what like really drove me into like really digging into the bass like when I was in orchestra because like that was the one thing I really ever wanted to like play. It sucks because like I remember my senior year I made it to regionals but like my grades were so low to a point where they were like, sorry dude, like you can't be in regionals if your grades are this low. And like I remember my professor telling me, sorry dude, it's just like your grades were so low and guess what? They were playing the planets this year. And it was like it fucking pissed me. I was just like
The Gustav Holst.
yeah, dude, I was just like fuck! Like I wanted to play because they were playing Mars, they were playing Venus, they were playing Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, nothing ever made me fucking more depressed than ever like seeing that. And of course, like I don't know, like I had like this whole like rivalry or like, just this like this self rivalry against like Pasadena High School's like best bassist because like the thing about Pasadena's like bass skill was a lot higher because like my orchestra director,
and this is Pasadena High School. We went to Sam Rayburn High School.
yeah, so like Sam Rayburn High School, like
Yeah.
so like the
Sam
Pasadena High School's like director was a bassist player at
He was
heart.
a bigot.
Yeah, he was a
He was
bassist.
a bigot.
no,
He hated blacks.
no, he was a bassist player at heart.
He voted for Trump.
No, well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You can't quote him on that. But like,
No,
like,
don't.
But like he.
Okay, there. I'm recording.
All right.
Ready?
All right. Ready, Solomon?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
One, two, three. All right.
Okay, wait.
And we're back.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. So moving on.
Moving on.
Gustav Holst. So
Gustav Holst.
so it really made me sad because like the thing about Gustav Holst is just like his whole movement of the planets is just so fucking beautiful. It always inspired me to move on to the bass lines, even though it didn't have as much action as the clarinets or the violins. But like it always moved me to like enjoy the song as a whole. And that was the thing about orchestra, is just like you gotta enjoy the song in the whole, not just by the parts.
Yeah.
And
You got any specific orchestral kind of music?
I'm not gonna
you're
lie,
into?
I really don't. Let me search my Spotify, and then I'll fucking tell you.
I got really into a guy called Ramdas.
Oh,
Yeah, he's mentioned in Midnight Gospel. He's one of those spiritual awakening gurus kind of things. And he mentioned something called Jubilee Te Deo. And it's this it's less orchestral and it's more choir. But it's these people and they're saying Jubilee Te Deo, Jubilee Te Deo, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. So it means shout to God and hallelujah. And it's basically whenever I hear it, it's just them and they keep like, you know, singing that, and then there's also this cool like movements and orchestral pieces going in the back. And it feels like whether or not God answers, it's just them kind of having a good time and going like, yeah, how's it going? It's just like empty space everywhere, and they're shouting to God. They're just like, how's it going, dude? We're having fun. Fucking hallelujah. Thank you for making everything. Thank you for being a thing, and thanks for this, you know. And they're having fun just singing. And so they're singing hallelujah. And so whenever you say hallelujah, hallelujah, it's more like whenever I think of it in terms of like how Alan Watts kind of put it, he means like hallelujah, fucking thank God none of this means anything. It's just totally liberating. It's just like you could totally anything that's constricting you, anything that's totally like has a vice on you in your life. Just fucking let that shit go, because in the end it doesn't really matter, and so you should just shout fucking. Just look to the empty space of the universe and just fucking shout to
hallelujah
to the universe, fucking hallelujah, because you can just fucking let that shit go, and then it just goes and it's gone. No matter what memory it is, no matter how bad it was, no matter how anything it is, it goes and it's gone. And it can just go into the empty space. And what people get caught on in this world is whenever something happens to you, especially if it's like something that's tragic, you can get attached to it, because like you can get attached to the fact that
every day.
Yeah, especially if it's something tragic, because you can get especially attached to it because it like defines you as a person. Like this fucking fucked up thing happened to me. Yeah. But whenever you say hallelujah,
and it resonates with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, situational.
But the thing is, like, as soon as you let it go, it's tough. The reason it's tough to let it go is because you kind of identify with it so much, because it's a part of you that kind of makes you who you are. But the reason you should let it go is because you are who you are, regardless of whether or not that thing happened to you.
That's what's
and
funny.
So you shout fucking holla fucking luya,
like,
I can let this go finally.
On the subject of like music resonating with you on a emotional level, I think one album in particular that I would listen to a lot when I was in my fucking early 20s, which sounds so fucking stupid to say. It sounds stupid to say that, but
if it's emotional, it's not stupid.
Yeah, I mean like to say the word, the phrase early 20s.
Oh,
I don't know. It sounds weird to me to say that.
Is it a 311 song? Because like that's how
it's not a 311 song, but they're fucking great. It's actually an album by a folk / black metal band called Agalok, who's from, I believe, Ohio. Maybe I'm gonna look it up later on, and maybe on the next one I'll fucking correct myself. But it was an album called I believe The Mantle. And on one of the songs, the guy is saying, life is a clay urn on the mantle, and I am the ashes
done with
on
all
the
my
floor.
drinks.
And something about that album, like everything he talked about, everything he sung about, it just made me fucking cry. It just made me cry like a baby. I think during that time when I was listening to that album and to that band, I was in a very dark moment in my life.
Yeah.
And
Ain't we all?
yeah. And he was just singing about this shit, and I was like, fuck, I was like maybe 23, 22 years old.
23. Ain't that a time? 23.
Right, it's only like 4 to 5 years ago. But why do I
4
feel
years ago.
why do I feel so old?
I know what you mean.
But that album in particular, when I would listen to it, I would just fucking cry. Like I don't know why, I just fucking cried every time I listened to that fucking album. And I remember, like you were saying, like a certain song or whatever would like just resonate with you. What I did during that stage in my life when I was so very depressed was I would listen to this music that put me in a sad setting, and I would listen to it repeatedly. Not like the song or the band, but I would listen to similar bands and songs that had to do with fucking sadness or sound sad.
Yeah.
And put myself in that mindset. And what I've realized as of lately over these years is that I've been listening to like shit that's more uptune and just kind of happy sounding.
Up-tempo.
Yeah, up-tempo. Thank you. Up-tempo, happy sounding kind of shit, because that's like the point in my life I'm trying to get to. And it's great because for me, music is a very great medium for me in my life to help me go about my day or to help me release any emotions that's within me. Because I suppose I struggle with releasing these things through conversation. So instead, it's released through music that I listen to. And I guess that's now why I'm starting to try and learn how to play bass. I wish I learned how to play guitar first.
Oh, well, like, because
But
then
I'm
you get
learning
to
how to play bass.
You get to play your own music.
Yeah, so I can play my own music, but I'm learning the songs that either made me happy or made me sad, so I can release it to the fullest in a weird fucking sense. I don't know. It's weird, man. Life is fucking strange. It really is.
It always is.
Yeah. Like the way that I felt at the age of 24 was the quote from Fight Club where God, I don't know why I can't remember his name right now at this moment. It's probably the alcohol. But he told that one woman, you know, you've called me at a strange time in my life.
Yeah.
Because he's like all this weird shit's happening.
Oh, the main character?
Yeah, the
in
main
Fight Club?
character.
He
Edward
doesn't-
Norton?
He
Is
doesn't.
that
Oh,
him?
that's the name of the actor.
No, what's the actor's name? I can't remember.
The
Norton.
actor.
It's
The actor.
Norton, right?
The actor is Edward Norton.
Yeah, thank you. But
The character.
Mhm.
The character doesn't have a
it's
name.
just the narrator, I believe, who was this called, or whatever the fuck.
It's Edward Norton.
Yeah, but Edward Norton was the actor, and he told that woman, you know, you've caught me at a strange time in my life, and
Get close
I
to your
reson-
fucking mic, you fucking
and I
Jesus
resonated with
cunt.
that a lot during that time, because at the age of 24 is when I finally kind of looked in the mirror and I was just like, man, I gotta make a change. I gotta do something to like not necessarily like to better myself and make adjustments. But I've learned after listening to like these podcasts that have to do with meditation and
podcasts
and
adjust.
adjust.
I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Right now.
But like I remember listening to Duncan Trussell.
I love
And
Duncan Trussell.
I do too. He's fucking great. He's really great.
Great.
But he was saying how, you know, the ideals that we have
Thank you.
as an individual to adjust and get rid of the person that we are in a way is kind of wrong. It's like acknowledge that you have these flaws and fuck, acknowledge that you have the flaws, but also find a way to like have a betterment of it. I don't know. I can't fucking think right now. My mind's kind of going off at the moment. I've been drinking since like 4, 5 o'clock.
4 or 5 o'clock.
It's
Damn.
totally fine. They say the first step to fixing a problem is to identifying the fact that you have a problem.
to identify the source at least.
So like as soon as you understand that there's a problem in a specific area, then you can take steps into actually fixing the problem.
Mhm.
It's the people that kind of like go and go and go and go and go and never self-reflect that that never fix the problems that they have. And the thing is, like, because this universe is so chaotic, and because there's no definable way to talk about a human being.
Yeah.
Woo, with the selfie. I'm my boy.
There's no like definitive human being in the world ever. There's no person in the world that has ever been flawless. Like they're other than maybe Jesus.
You know,
Like Jesus Christ.
Jesus
And
is flawless.
even then they pointed out like
he
Jesus
hung out with prostitutes. He hung out with these taxpayers.
Whoa.
the taxpayers.
Well, no, see, he hung out.
I didn't
Like,
know.
no, these are
I
the
didn't know
flaws
that
they
Janet
pointed out.
was a.
So no. The flaws don't have to do with those flaws don't have to do with Jesus. They have to do with
they
the
don't
people
have
around
to do
him.
with Jesus, but these are the quote end quote flaws they pointed out about
Yeah.
him, that he hung out with prostitutes and the taxpayers.
What a whore, Jesus.
like-
Well,
these other
okay, you
people.
can't say taxpayers because
Not the taxpayers,
everybody in this room's a
but
taxpayer.
Hey, I know. I'm
Everybody.
Whoa.
Here's the thing. I'm fucking stupid. But anyways, not the taxpayers, but the people that go around like, hey, you got to pay your taxes.
Oh, the tax people.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah.
And also, like, I guess, just like, the sinners. He hung out with sinners because he was trying to teach them good morals.
It is because he's trying.
He was trying
That's
to
not
make
really
a change.
it's not really a flaw. It's just it's because like he was born into a world where it's like, dude, everything's fucked up already. So you can't exist as a human being and not be also identified as a human being, because like the thing that we consider sin, and even if you could say, oh well, Jesus had sins or Jesus had problems, you can also say like, all right, well then
Don't
how many
quote him on that.
the people.
Don't quote me on that.
See, the people who say Jesus had problems, look at them and then go like, well, how many problems do you have? And you're not Jesus. And then they would be like, and it's like, yeah, well, shut the fuck up because you're not Jesus, or you're not on the level. Because at least it's like you can project yourself as high as you can, or you can project the highest moral that you can ever have, and that's easy to do on paper and in theory and like in your brain. But actually practicing these things or actually doing these things is a little more difficult because everybody lives in a reality where like you can screw each other over, or like you can, it is sort of like a dog eat dog world because people don't understand humans are also animals, and we kind of think of ourselves as like these. We are these primates that dominated the earth only because we're like willing to be like, all right, well, let's get all these chickens. In order to feed all the human race, let's get all the chickens and put them in a factory and put each chicken in its own cage. And let's also grab all the fucking, like how do we feed the country? You know what I'm saying?
There is no feeding the country.
There is no feeling.
The idea is like there's no humanity and no morality whenever you get to the big picture of things, because the way that things are done, actually the way things get to be done is through fucked up shit.
Now the thing,
and it's because nature can be exploited and humans do exploit nature.
Now on the subject of morality, I must admit,
which is a human concept.
Yeah, it is a human concept.
It was invented by humans.
Yeah,
so when you say morality, I don't know what you mean because it was invented by humans and it's a fictional word.
Well, the thing is, Solomon, you're a fucking human, so you should know what it means.
I don't.
Stupid fucking cunt.
I don't because because by my very nature. But by very nature, I was born.
We are flawed.
I was born by nature, and then I was born into nature, and then I was adopted into being a human.
Even though you grew up in a society surrounded by humans who created the word of morality,
I was indoctrinated.
And the definition as well.
I was
you
indoctrinated.
Don't understand what it fucking means.
I was indoctrinated into being human.
Oh, you were indoctrinated. You came out your mother's womb and you signed a certificate.
I was told this is how things
saying like this is how you should fucking live. By the way, hey dog, I'm gonna sign it with my umbilical cord.
Who's the one that said that I was supposed to live that way? a human who was flawed.
Society.
Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I
you're
right or am I wrong?
And I'm
Did
not saying
Jesus-
that you're wrong.
Did Jesus fucking like that?
Hey,
No.
come
You're not gonna win this one.
I'm just fucking with him.
I'm not trying to win anything. I'm just saying, like,
The-
speaking on the ideal of morality, which is when people think about morals,
Human concept.
it means to be good, to be peaceful,
Sure.
to treat others how you would like to be treated.
How can a dog be
Now,
good?
now hold on. I'm not trying to argue
You have-
anything. I'm
no,
not
you have
trying
to
get
explain
into
to
a
me how
debate.
can a dog be good?
Hold on. I'm not going to explain that because what I'm trying to get
Because
to
you
is
can't.
I don't give a fuck, Solomon.
Because if you want to have this argument, then tell
I'm
me
not
how can
trying
a
to
dog
have
be good?
this argument.
Jesus. Jesus,
Here's
come
what
here.
I'm trying
Come
to
here, come
bring-
here. How
Here's what I'm trying to bring
No.
up.
Let's have
if
this
the zombie
conversation.
apocalypse happened, I would gladly start killing people.
Who said?
I would gladly fucking go to Walmart, make
Okay.
a stockade of a fucking place and fort, and kill motherfuckers.
Here-
Because I
here-
want to survive as long as I can.
Let me have your argument for you. If you want to be good, you have to take in consideration.
I don't want to be good.
You have to take.
When the world's about to end and
Then
the
you're
zombies
not-
are coming, I want to kill motherfuckers.
then you're not good.
There you go. I'm not good.
Then we shouldn't
I'm
have
not talking
morality
about-
discussion.
I'm-
And you were born a human.
I'm trying to
and you're
say-
indoctrinated into a society
trying
in
to
which
say
you should live
that
this
with
way,
the subject
and yet you
on
don't.
morality-
So fuck you.
On the
you
subject of
lose.
morality, I'm not good. You didn't let me finish. You fucking assumed and jumped to a conclusion like you always fucking do.
And I was always
because
right.
you want to make your point about something.
And I was right about
but you
it.
never fucking let me finish. And even though you were quote unquote right, yeah, because I was trying to get to saying I'm a really bad fucking person.
Okay, so I can also argue the fact that you're not.
I'm a good friend.
No, I can also argue that you're not a bad person.
I can acknowledge that.
I can acknowledge that you're not a good person, but you're also not a bad person.
I'm too kind.
You're not as bad as you think.
That's
you
going to
are.
be my downfall. I feel like the day that I die, if it's not anything brutal, it's going to be because I was too nice and someone took advantage of it and fucking shot me in the head.
This guy.
That means you're not bad.
Yeah.
That means you're not a bad person.
Yeah, I feel like that would be my downfall. Like even my cousin and my mom told me, like, you know, your kindness is going to be your downfall. You give people chances. And that's my problem. I give people chances that I shouldn't give to at all.
That means you're not a bad person.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it. I wish I was a bad person.
So you're wrong again.
Yeah, but this is not an argument.
Yeah, all right, cool. That's cool though. I just want you to know that wherever you think you are, that's where you're not. Because it's a little more deeper than that. It has to do with a lot more than you think it does. Because being human doesn't inherently make you a good thing. Or
Hold on.
Or trying
I
to be.
want to bring it to attention right now, and
human being
I
doesn't have to do with anything.
I'm sorry to cut you off. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Solomon.
It's cool, man.
I know I do that, and I apologize sincerely.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, everybody does it, and it's not cool because you always have very great things to say and very knowledgeable things as well, especially when it comes to the
I
philosophical
never get
subject.
to. I never
here's
get
the
to
thing.
argue my point.
No, you usually do, and we just cut you off.
Fuck
when
your point.
And that's
when
the
you're-
thing.
When you're right, we cut you off. But here's what I'm
And
trying
I
to get
have to
to.
cut y'all off. And
Here's what
that
I'm
makes
trying to
me
get
feel
to.
shitty.
Martin, get the fuck off your phone. Get off your fucking phone, Martin.
Jesus,
Does it
get
look
off
like
your
I'm on my
phone.
phone?
Jesus, get off.
Jesus is the one on the phone. Like this motherfucker. Why are you going for me?
Jesus is the host.
Yeah, he's
Jesus
the
is the
host.
host. And you are being rude by being on your phone. Every
him.
every notification I've gotten,
this
I've
guy.
swiped away because I'm here in the moment.
Oh, all of a sudden.
Yeah, be in the
Where
moment.
were you the first 40 minutes, motherfucker?
I was at Eddie's.
There you go.
What about it?
Fuck off.
Oh, fuck. But if there's anything that the listeners could take from me being here for the first time on, was it the 5th episode? This is the 5th
Yes, this is
episode,
the
huh?
fifth.
The fifth episode
Fifth
being,
episode.
you should, everyone,
Fifth.
okay, the 555.
Five.
The thing that people should take from this episode is me, Israel. I'm really fucking dumb. I don't think about a lot of the things that I say. I'm not exactly knowledgeable in a lot of things because I don't give myself the time to review and sit down and look at things in a certain perspective.
That's the
And
whole,
that's really about it.
dude. That's the whole concept of like simulcast. Like that's why like the main quote is, "Don't quote me on that." So like I'm not trying to like have like a safety net so much about like, hey, you can say whatever the fuck you want, and just like, hey, all is forgiven as long as you say, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
It's more.
So
it's no,
a
it's,
numerous
it's-
amount of
it's-
things
it's-
that I have said tonight. Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote.
Do not quote. Don't quote me on that
it's
because I'm usually wrong.
like
And these fellas here, Martin, Jesus, and Solomon, would always correct me, and they're usually right, and I acknowledge that. But
It's
my dumb ass would continue to argue because I don't know, I'm stupid, and I defend myself for no fucking reason.
I mean, what kind of jackass would have like freaking Fallout, freaking
Fallout.
Pip Boy like poster
What are you getting?
in his room? The only person that would have that is freaking Jesus. Look at that!
Do you have a
look
Pip
at
Boy?
that? Do you see that shit right there?
Not the poster. I thought you had an actual fucking Pit Boy that
No.
you pre-ordered.
No, it's a
From that-
poster, bro. It's bigger
okay.
than most of his
Okay.
fucking posters in his room.
ahead.
It's not as
It's
it's not
whenever
as
you-
bad
let
as
me-
that
Let me
one.
try that. Let me take
This
a.
is fucking good.
After you take a sip, let me take a sip.
Dude,
Let me-
it's not as bad as that one time.
Once your lips touch that can, I want to taste what your lips taste like.
Dude, try the nitro. It's one of the best fucking drinks ever.
It's called. Okay, this is called. This is made by Left Hand Brewing Company, which I love.
It's a milk
Because
stout nitro.
I
Just
love
drink
it because I'm left-handed.
drink it, motherfucker.
It's milk stout nitro.
Drink it, motherfucker.
Not only that, but it's America's stout.
Drink it, you
America loves
drink
this
it,
drink.
you Cthulhu player.
Oh man, I'm not a Thulu player.
Yes, you are.
I kind of am, but
Yes, you are.
When was the last time I played them?
Like last
I've
time
been
you played
playing
support.
Hades, Gilgamesh, and Capri more than
You
Cthulhu.
you play Cthulhu? You haven't
When he
played
came
it?
out, yeah, but not lately. I know. I'm disappointed too, Martin.
Yes, you
I'm
are,
ashamed
dude.
of myself as
Yeah,
well.
you should
don't
be.
have to give me
You
that
should
fucking
be
look.
because like you should need.
Anyways, I'm gonna drink
you
this
need to
beer.
make Cthulhu.
I know.
Being
I
a
do.
Lovecraftian
I know.
fucking fan.
He's kind of a pain to play. I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
been-
I know,
out of
dude.
the-
He's a super pain.
He's a pain.
But
to
like
play,
once you
guys.
get into him, like it's like the best.
Once you
fucking-
can start like, I'm sorry, Solomon. I know I'm taking a while to drink this.
Nah, that's alright.
once he like drive
smooth.
into like Cthulhu,
Real
he's
smooth.
one of the best fucking supports ever,
He is. I've seen people play a really good Cthulhu on Smite.
dude.
and he's a great guardian.
He fucks up carries like nothing.
What's next on the list, Jesus?
I think what
What's
you need is
next on the
you
list?
need,
What's next on the
you
list?
need the American like the American Cthulhu to give you more support, to give you more inspiration.
Not the J station. The
PlayStation 5.
no, the Face Clan shit. How they got pulled on the rug. They pulled everybody out the rug.
What is that?
They made a charity, like a gift to the kids coin, and then they basically stole all the money.
What? Okay, describe. Okay, so a charity screwed over everybody who donated
Yeah.
to the
Well-
to the thing. That happened, I think, with the ice bucket thing.
The what?
I mentioned the ice bucket challenge.
Ice bucket. Oh, the ice bucket.
The ACL, I think.
Huh?
So like the fucked up thing that happens with charities is sometimes if the charity does get tons of fucking money, the people who are running the charity, they pocket the money. They pocket the money instead of giving it to the wherever it is
The actual charity.
because they get greedy and it's like there's so much fucking money that they're gonna be like, all right, well, why shouldn't I? I should get paid for my services, quote unquote, But the thing that you're talking about, it was donated for Save the Children. In what context? What do they mean, Save the Children?
Like they made a cryptocurrency. They made a coin, and then they up and rug pulled them out the thing. They up and took all the money.
Oh, so like all the money's the cryptocurrency's gone.
No, it's still there, but it's very low because they took all the money.
Oh, all
Face
the
Clan.
money it actually made.
Some of the Face Clan members.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just came back from taking a piss. What happened?
So there's charity for Save the Children. What do they mean, Save the Children? Like abortion?
That's the name of the coin.
Is
That's
it
the name of the coin.
Is it an abortion thing?
No.
Is it
no.
a
It's just the name.
child trafficking? Is it? Is it?
Hold on, Jesus. Is it pretty much like, you got Bitcoin, you got Dogecoin,
Yeah,
and
like
then
that
you
kind
got.
of coin.
Elysium?
Okay, so it's just the name. It's just the
They
name.
got the rug pulled off them. They took all the money. Once everybody donated, then the Face Clan members, I forget the Face Clan members, they took all the money and rug pulled them out of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he just fucking snuck off with all the money.
Yeah, they basically snuck off with all the money, dog.
Cryptocurrency is
crazy.
is very crazy when you think about
I've
it.
only put the most I've ever put in is like $90.
Like okay,
Like
I
$100,
remember
that's
when I first started hearing about Bitcoin. I want to say it was 2012 or 2013.
Really?
Maybe
Yeah, it was 2013.
Yeah,
for me.
maybe 2013, 14, and I remember it was like $1 or something to invest into it, and now it's like I think $3,000 or I may be wrong, $30,000, $36,000 to invest into Bitcoin. And it's like I could have got into that, man. I could be rich right now. I could be doing this, but I don't know shit about stocks. I really don't. I'm barely keeping up again with my credit after it's been ruined.
All you have to know is that it's fake.
I mean, it's fake, but
It's fake bullshit money.
it's fake
It's
bullshit
the same thing
money.
as gambling.
Yeah, but guess what? It's still
legal-
money that goes in your pocket.
Legal gambling.
It's money that goes in your pocket to take care of
No,
bills
my
and
problem with it
everything
is
else. Go ahead.
my problem is like the thing is that because it's fucking fake money, then you realize like, oh shit, all money is fake. All money is fake as money.
I mean, money
So,
was
like-
created. I mean, well, money. What I mean by money is like the bills that we have today was created to replace the gold that we used to have back in the olden days. And the banks took over all of our money and took all of our fucking gold because they're like, hey, you have
now
this
they have
much
all
gold. You guys can have this much bills. And it's like, oh, that's cool. If my gold equals to this amount of bills, then that's great, right? Yeah, it is great. Yeah, we have all
The problem is the people who control all the gold, or the people who control all what the stocks are worth, or what this is worth, or what that is worth. Because all of it fluctuates, and it's not a steady thing. Like I said, it's like human concept. It's like morality. It fucking fluctuates. It's dependent on whoever's talking about it. And Russell Brand has said this before. He said, it's kind of weird, but you can actually win a conversation without necessarily being right. And I'm like, that's actually pretty that's pretty spot on. But he didn't like emphasize that. He like moved on to the next thing that he was talking about. He was talking to Ben Shapiro at the time. And in regards to that, it's sort of like true, because all you have to do is, people are very simple-minded. So like I've been watching like Steven Crowder talk to the crowd
Of course.
of random fucking college students talking about whatever. I've also been listening, or I've watched videos of Fleckus, a dude named Fleckus talks, and he talks to random people in the crowd as well. And the thing is, like, whenever you look at the people who are in the crowd, they're generally not very educated when it comes to these types of things, whether it comes to stocks or whether it comes to politics or whatnot. So like the country's literally being run on by the people who are just like, oh, we can just do whatever we want because these people don't actually care. They just want something to be like, oh, like we're safe here, we're safe and we can live. But then we're gonna bullshit and be like, oh, well, I don't want minimum wage to be $8 an hour. I want it to be 15. It's like, yeah, well,
minimum wage was $7.25.
Fuck, that's even worse.
It was $7.25. Then I think it got bumped up to like $9 an hour, and I don't know if they do it now, but I think now they're pushing for $15 an hour for minimum wage. Because honestly, when I had my first apartment, I was working at Petco. When I first started, I was getting paid like $8.25. I was getting paid $8.25, and then it moved up to $9 an hour. And it wasn't because of my, what is that called? When you work for 3 months and then they do some shit like, hey, you've been doing good, here's your raise, or whatever the fuck. It wasn't because of that. It's because they bumped up the minimum wage. So I got bumped up to $8.25, and then now currently $9 to $10, $11 depending on what job you're doing. And the minimum wage that people are talking about is for like those still working for $8 an hour, $7 an hour, $9 an hour. But the worst place to fucking work for it, my first job ever at the age of 16, 17, I worked at a restaurant called Casa Mariachi, and I was getting paid $4 an hour.
Dude.
$4 an hour, and I was working on tips.
That sounds like slave labor.
Now I understand.
That sounds like slave labor, bro.
Now I understand that it works differently when working at a restaurant. Most of your shit comes from tips, but it was such shit. My first check was $42. My first full check was $42, coming from that base pay. Everything else was just tips. And I wasn't making shit at all. And I was like, man, I got to leave this job. And then I got fired. And I was like, oh, okay, well, at least I'm
I
not
get to
working
leave.
here anymore. That's why
Yeah.
I worked what is that shit called? Customer service jobs for years when I was in high school and coming out of it. And when I left that and started going into construction, doing iron work and pipe fitting, and now I'm doing electrician work and other shit, it's like I don't want to go back to customer service because the money ain't there for me. Or perhaps the money could be there, but I don't want to work those crazy ass hours anymore because I want to have time to myself. The schedule I have currently is Monday through Friday. At first, it was 8 to 4:30 or 8:30 to 4:30. Now it's 7 to 3 because the manager stated, hey, it's really fucking hot outside. Summer's coming again. I work in a fabrication shop where it gets really fucking hot. So he's like, let's get as much done as we can early, and we'll just take off early. And I got weekends off, so it's fucking great. And I don't want to go back to customer service at all, like ever again, because the years that I worked with customers, the customers are not always right. The customers are fucking cunts. Like, okay, one of the jobs I had frequently in high school was working at a gas station called Murphy USA on Fairmont.
Yep, I remember.
Now, one of the stories I have from working at that job was this gentleman came. He used a Walmart gift card. At the job I worked at, you can use a Walmart gift card to pay for your gas. You do that at the pump. Now, from what I remember correctly, he only wanted to put like $15 in to his car.
Yeah.
Or have like maybe $10 in, whatever the fuck, and have some money left over in his gift card. But instead, he used all 20, which was left in his Walmart gift card, and that's it. He did it at the pump. Now, working at a job like that, any job, especially when you're having to use your debit card, it's not the employee isn't taking money out of your pocket. You're charging your card. That's you. It has nothing to do with the employee. The employee, you just swipe your card, or these days scan or put the chip in. And that's it. That's the final transaction. So what this gentleman thought was that somehow I stole the remaining money from the gift card that he swiped at the pump. He came up and asked me about it. I looked at his receipt, and once he told me, hey, I swiped my gift card, and he showed me the Walmart card. This is, I wanted to get this much, and the receipt shows this much. I was like, well, sir, the issue is you kept on fucking going. You used all $20 in your gift card. That's it.
Did
I
it
can't
say
give
it on the
Yeah,
receipt?
he asked me for I want my $5 or $10 back. I was like, I can't do that. You swiped at the pump, dude. You didn't come over here. You didn't use any gas. You used a card. I can't do anything on my end. So he accused me of stealing from him. And he said that same day, he's like, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to be with the cops because you stole from me. And I was just like, okay, do it. I don't give a fuck. So I was closing that day. So I was closing up that day. There's no other people coming. The shop is closed up. And this guy comes back. And he just sees me and immediately just goes, oh, you're still here. You're still here. Good. Stay right there. And I was like, okay, I still gotta close anyways, but all right. So he walks away and he comes back with 2 officers. And he right away exclaims that I have stolen money from him and never gave it back. They put me in handcuffs, and I'm being walked over, and I'm like, hey, can I at least like fucking explain what's happening right now? And thankfully, the guy produced his receipt, and as soon as he did, I was like, okay, let me explain what's going on. I was like, look, this guy went to the pump and swiped this card at the pump. I have nothing to do with that. He didn't use cash. I cannot steal from his card. He did this,
There's no way to even know.
There's no way that I could have gotten it from him. And they look at the receipt, they look at me, they uncuff me, they're like, hey, look, we're sorry. He gave us this story, so you're free to go. And the other guy's just like, no, what about my money? The cops just give him a look. They didn't say anything, but they gave him a look like, what about your money? It's in your fucking car.
It's in your car. It's gas now.
Yeah,
It's gas.
Yeah.
It's gas in your car.
And ever since that day in particular, and every other time I have worked customer service, the customers are fucking assholes. They want to have what they want done. And I just never want to work a job like that ever again because people are fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
Like ever since I've worked customer service, even to this day, when I'm at like Walmart, Food Town, Fiesta, if I see something that's out of stock, I go out of my way and stock it right back where it's supposed to be because I know what it's like. Or if people are like, if they're having a hard time at the register, like, oh, I'm so sorry, sir, this is happening, or this is taking so long. I'm like, don't worry about it. It's fine. I fucking understand. I used to do it. I understand. You don't have to apologize. I get it. Fuck people. They're fucking assholes.
People, this guy.
Especially like old bitches. They're the worst.
This guy.
So, Jesus.
Yeah, Doug. What?
Other than companies stealing, other than charities stealing from stocks, what else is there?
Well, there's nothing much to do, Doug. We've been going for like an hour, almost 2 hours now, right?
Almost 3, if anything.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God,
feels
I have
like-
not noticed.
'cause,
It's-
like,
we're
It's
on-
already
we're-
10:15.
Yeah, it's already the third hour.
10:30.
10:30 actually.
10:50. Oh
Yeah,
my
we started at
Yeah.
7:10, so
Ooh, Doug.
I can't. When did I get here? Like at 8?
yeah,
Yeah.
about so.
Well, I guess that'll be a wrap up from us, guys. Well, we'll see y'all later. This is a wrap up. Say your goodbye.
Hello, my name's Solomon. Fuck Martin.
Hello, this is Martin. I don't want to fuck anybody at the moment.
Fuck Martin.
And Israel.
Yeah, this is Israel. Go fuck yourselves and enjoy your day.